NFL honors. Shout out to all the award winners out there as well. And yeah, more and more offseason talk that we have to get into, man, between these draft prospects, free agent topics, quarterback decisions, trade bait, who should we? Do we like them? Do we not like them? Who do we give up? All the other things in between. Yeah. It sounds like it's about to be a good time, man. And shout out once again to the prime time start, the 8:15 time frame. You know, that's how we do. I did tell y'all last week, 8 o'clock, right? I was like, yo, 8 p.m., man. 8 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So that is the traditional flight, or the traditional time. Shout out to Devin Herbert, man. Say he's listening until his flight leaves in an hour. Have me over here about to take off with you, man. But I was already flying, if you know what I'm saying. But with that, though, usually, like I said, man, 8:15, traditionally 8 o'clock, 8:15, because I'm in my dad mode right now. What I mean is this. Shout out to my middle school boo. All right, my little lady Aves. She the hooper, though. All right, so she be having little basketball workouts. And, you know, when we got the basketball workout, I gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? We can't just be cutting that short and to get on. So we bump it back a little 15 piece. All right. But that's the context on the back end. But shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend out there as well. Shout out to the homie Craig Ellis. Says perfect time for the gym, man. If you ain't getting your back big, what you doing, baby? And you know what they say, health is wealth, baby. So make sure you taking care of business, man, in all elements and aspects of your life. Shout out, man. But yeah, man, what was the weekend looking like for the gang, man? I know what, on my end, I tell you this, Super Bowl Sunday, it was a day. Started off cool though, man. Baby girl had her last basketball game. I was like, all right, let's go. I sees you. Had a little career high out there, 6 points, big dad energy. But then after that, it was time to watch the big boy game, man. And I'm over here like, ooh, this about to get interesting. And interesting it was. I don't think any of us saw how that one was going to play out right there, man. And of course, we're going to have to talk about them commercials too, man. Was any of them memorable? I was struggling, man. I did have one I liked, though. Shout out to that Fast and the Furious joint, man. It was all lovey-dovey. I liked it. I was like, yo, you know what? I get with this. Shout out to the Haagen-Dazs. I like ice cream. Yeah. Oh, Richard R. Beezer brought up the mustache one. That was pretty cool. Was that the Pringles one, right? Yeah, shout out to the Pringles kid commercial, man. I do agree that was a vibe right there, man. But yeah, usually, man, when we watch Super Bowl, it's like the commercials like outlandish off the top. I don't know, man. Maybe I just wasn't as locked in like I needed to be, man. But, you know, it's one of them things, man. Halftime was popping, though. We're going to talk about that, too. You already know that. And, of course, y'all see at 9 o'clock, the homie TG. You know we got to holler at him because we got to get his thoughts on NFL honors. Oof, got to talk the NFL honors. Got to get his thoughts on the Super Bowl as well. You know we got to talk that. And I haven't talked to TG yet about that Jay Glazer report, right? I talked about it a little bit on Thursday show when I talked about, Jay kind of making it sound like it was definitive, no Russ, and not looking good for Phils either, the way that he was speaking on it, man. So, like I said, man, I had to call up the homie TG, so we're going to talk to him at 9, get his thoughts on the matter, and what's his new direction if this is the case, because if it is the case, then that opens up some more doors, man. So we shall see. But, we're going to vibe out like how we do. Ooh. Shout out to the homie Jay Farrow as well. He brought up the Seal commercial as a Seal as a Seal. It's pretty cool. Shout out. And he also said that Kendrick went off in the Super Bowl for the halftime. Absolutely. If you know, you know, man, especially the layers of it. Oh, man, I'm nerded out. You know, I love all that. I'm like, yeah, give me bars, give me performance, but also give me story. I want to go back and look at all. Let me connect the dots. No pun intended there. All right. So shout out, man. But, and I see y'all shouting out the shirt too, man. You know I got to rock out with the Vegeta. Maybe I'm on my villain arc right now. You never know. Not playing. But shout out, man. Yeah. I see you, Hollywood 931. He said K. Snap. No, without a doubt, man. The dude went up there and did his name, man. I like the fact that it was different too, man. You know, whenever you talk about going outside the box, man. Hey. Oh man, all right. Oh, let me see what's going on with the. There we go. You gotta get my thing going the way it's supposed to be going now. All right, now I'm back in the building. Now I'm back. Yeah. Sometimes, man, the joint be acting all weird, man. Technology just be getting technical for some reason, right? For whatever reason it may be. Maybe they were Chiefs fans and now they ain't like the fact that we was getting hype on, Philly and Kendrick doing their thing out there, man. But I digress. All righty. But let's start the show like how we always do, because like I said, man, we're gonna talk about all of this stuff, man. So drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way I can give those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And shout out to Samuel L. Jackson as well, man. We had Sam Jack in the building. All right, let's see. Who do we have tapping in? Corey Martinez in the 915, El Paso, Texas. Shout out to El Paso. Mike Hood in the 614, Columbus, Ohio. Flo Grown 420 in the 352, San Ann, Florida. Shout out to Florida, baby. I heard y'all got that nice warm weather going on down there right now, too. Salute to you. Cookie Monster all the way in Redding, PA to 610. You know what time it is, man. Nothing but love out there. And Heather Dope. Always tapping in, always showing love. Big time supporter, 717 Central PA. You know it's all love. Justin Gordon in the 213, West Adams, Los Angeles. Shout out to LA. Mr. Wolfham's in the 412, McKeesport. I see you, PA. Jamie Carlo says, the 321, Melbourne, Florida. Let's get it. And of course, Jay Farrell in the 213. Gotta show him some love. And Lucas Carrier, yes, the homie Deke did branch off, man. He's trying and venturing out into new things, man. And we wish him nothing but the best, fully supportive, no ill will on either side of it. So, yes, that is the case, though, man. So that's why we solo dolo. But we always got the homies and we always support the team. So, TG, you know who he is. He be up here at 9 o'clock. We're going to rap with him and we're going to keep the content rolling like we always do, baby. But yes, man, that is what took place about a week ago. And get the tweak. All right, let me stop before I get in trouble. Still too early in the show for all that. We can't be cutting up like that just yet. Y'all know the rules. Come on now. Sean Stinnett in the 614, Columbus, OHIO. National Championville. I hear y'all over there, big dog. Maino in the big 413, Massachusetts. And let's see who we're going to end it with today. Oh, of course, I got to end it with the right one, the one and only Leah Warren in the 254, Killeen, Texas. Shout out to Killeen, Texas. If you know, you know. And I do see you bust down, always tapping in, baby. Yes, indeed. But let's get into this thing, man. Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl 59. Where it was an absolute whooping that took place out there. Holy smokes. Let me know if y'all knew the Chiefs were going to get whooped the way that they did. If anybody knew that, please, let me know next time, because I was completely off. As much as I wanted to believe in miracles, as much as I was like, you know what, the three-peat, the history, they don't lose. 40-22. 40-20, and let's be real, the 22, it was one of them, the game is definitely done, and Mahomes is just like, I'm a fighter, I'm going out swinging, let me just drop one off on you. And he gave you obviously the deep FU bomb to Xavier Worthy, the 50-yarder at the end. But I was just like, ooh, I did not see that coming. Now, I will say this. I should have definitely seen that coming. And indirectly, we talked about it, but I didn't see it coming, man. I didn't see it coming. All right. Let me drink my drink, man. Since I'm in here dolo solo, I got to make sure I keep everything spaced out all with my drink, followed on my thing. So that's why y'all see me with the reach, all right? Just give me y'all a little behind the scenes a little bit since we ain't having a little fun. Talk though, man. The reason why I say we shouldn't have been as surprised was this, man. We talked about the running game in terms of Saquon, but the other thing we talked about was Jalen Carter and that Eagles D-line. We said, man, if that D-line can get it going, that could be the difference in the game. That could be the reason why, the Chiefs could struggle. But I don't think any of us saw the Eagles D-line whooping up on the Chiefs O-line the way that they did. I mean, it was to the point where, like you said, that whole first half, we're looking and it's like, bro, Mahomes hasn't had any type of time. It was looking real reminiscent of that Mahomes versus the Buccaneers Super Bowl, bro. Except low-key, it was worse. It's like, man, he's getting hit. They running up on him. He running for his life. And it ain't looking pretty. And then you get that pick six early. I said, oh, shout out to Cooper DeJean. Boy, shout out to Cooper. I'm at that stage now as like the old alumni retired dude. And since we get to like, we're watching all these players when we're studying them coming through the draft process, I'm like, yo, watching Coop get the pick six, like, I remember watching him in Iowa. I said, I like that kid right there. Let's go. So, you know, it was pretty cool to see that part of it, man. But as a whole, as I'm watching, I'm just like, man, I didn't think that the Eagles D-line, even though we knew that they were, you know, high end, playing at a crazy high level and, you know, a ton of just resources in there, I just didn't think that they were going to take the game over to that extent. Holy smokes. And then you talk about Philly, man, capitalizing. Man, it's not often that you get that many bad plays from Mahomes. Usually it's like one every 7 games. So the fact that he gave you a couple of them things and they took full advantage of it, man, I was like, woo, this look crazy. Like, yo, it was literally like 34 zip at one point. I'm just like, hey, bro, just do we turn the Super Bowl off? Like, I didn't know what to do. I was so confused. It felt like when I was watching the Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl with Russ when he went in and they was whooping up on Peyton and them boys. It was like, yo, is this how it's supposed to be? Like, are they supposed to just keep scoring like that? Yeah, I was shocked, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was shocked, man. Yeah. C. Barrett said that looked like Georgia versus TCU. You're right. It looked crazy and it felt weird because even though a lot of us wanted the Chiefs to, you know, come off of the reign, right? The 2 going on 3-time Super Bowl champion. We was like, yo, man, we tired of hearing that. A lot of people were. I was kind of in the minority with it. I was like, yo, I kind of want to see, can y'all continue this, man? Because it's extremely hard, especially when the stakes continue to raise. But, yo, for it to be 34 zip, I'm just like, I don't know what to do right now. It just felt weird to me, man. Felt weird to me. Let me know in the comment section. Did y'all turn the game off? What did y'all do when it got just absolutely gory? When we all kind of were in agreement, it's like, all right, bro, we think this one is completely done. Did y'all keep the game on? Or did y'all turn the game off? Because like I said, man, I kept it on because I felt like I had to. But yeah, just like, yo, this is craziness. Absolute craziness. Man. Let's see what the chat. Let's see what y'all talk about, man. David Decker said he watched the whole game. Okay, shout out to watching the whole. All right. Respect to that, then, baby. Respect to that. Let me see who else is in here watching the whole game. Is David Decker the only one? Okay, Jay Farrell said he kept the game on just in case of last minute foolishness. Low key, I did too. I kept looking over and I'm like, all right, babe, talking to wifey here. Whew. I was like, Brady had a 28-3 comeback. You never know. And then he definitely had that one little score, and I'm like, maybe. And then that quickly went away when my man Jalen Hurts came back and threw the bomb to was that Devontae Smith? Yeah, he threw the bomb to him. I'm like, oh, Dunzo, never mind, stop. I wanted to believe though. In my heart, I was like, yo, Mahomes is such a bad dude. We have never seen him or a Chiefs team with him just look helpless. And to see it, I was like, woo, like, man, I don't have any sympathy for you. I should have sorrow. I should have that, but I just don't. Like, I was cool with it. You know, it was really cool for me. But yeah, it was one of the ones I'm just like, yo, bro, it's Mahomes in them, man. They getting beat up or like, do we stop the fight? Just throw the towel, let them keep whooping them. Just stop it or let them whoop. Yeah, Buster, I said the Chiefs look like a JV team out there. I would agree, man. They look super JV. I am happy said he cheered harder for the Eagles. All right, shout out to that. Okay. And then Craig Ellis said he loved watching the Chiefs lose. I like that right there, baby. I definitely could dig that. All right. And let me see, what about the Kenny Pickett people out there? Because I know some people were divided on it. Some people were supportive of Kenny. Some people were upset about Kenny. I thought it was a vibe. I was like, yo, shout out to Kenny, man. You're going to get action photos now, bro. He came out there, had his 2 little series, threw a little pass. I said, all right, KP, I see you, Super Bowl champ. Hey, they can say what they want. But when you post that picture All right, when you blow that pitch up in your crib, man, you got that. Yo, I took snaps for the Super Bowl with the Super Bowl ring, bro. I don't care what anybody say. Let a hater hate, bro. You got you a ring, fam. Straight like that, man. Straight like that. So I was like, yo, salute to the homie, man, because there's a lot of dudes, man, that never even get a chance to play in that game, let alone win it. I don't care where you are on the roster, man, to be a part of a championship team. To me, I think it's a huge honor, man. And like I said, man, I was like, yo, salute to the homie, dude. Like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I won't trip it on. It was cool, man. But let me see how y'all felt in the comments section, man. Okay. Broderick said he enjoyed it. Salute. Okay. All right, let me see who else enjoyed man. Who else enjoyed young KP coming to Super Bowl champ, man? Tons of fun. Says congrats to Kenny getting what Steelers can't. Well, they have already proven they can. We just got to get another one. That's all. But I got what you're saying though. All right. Brandon in says the only one that was happy is Deke. All right, let me see. And Hannibal says he felt no way about Kenny. Now, respect on that, man. Justin Gordon says Kenny could have closed out the game if he just completed one pass. Man, look, he threw a pass, man. His name is in the stat sheet, bro. He is in the stat sheet officially, man. I was like, yo, salute him, man. Richard Arbues would have pissed him off. No. No, man. Look. I think of it like this, man. You know, in a weird way, the Steelers have drafted 2 Super Bowl champs at quarterback, man. And, you know, we all right. We ain't bad. KP done got him one. We know Chris Oladuka done got him a couple, man. So salute to them boys, man. Salute to them. But I was wondering how y'all was feeling about him, man. I was like, hey, man, can he get in what, you know? After everything that took place this offseason, it's like, we see Saquon after everything took place that off, you know what I mean? Like, everybody likes Saquon. I'm saying, I ain't know. So figure that ass. Just throw it out there. All right. But man, if y'all digging with what we on tonight, man, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Got the homie TG, man. We're gonna have him pull up on us. Well, actually not pull up on us because the homie is working. He got a big boy job now. Like I said, defensive coordinator, Norfolk State University. Big boy job with Mike Vick, former Pittsburgh Steelers, Philadelphia Eagle, and obviously Atlanta Falcon, who's the head coach down there at Norfolk State, man. But we will talk to the homie TG about the game, man, and a ton of other stuff as well. Because I got to ask him about the Jay Glazer comments. What was his perspective on it? You obviously heard how I talked about it, man, how I felt on the situation. So, you know, we'll go from there, man. But let's see. Oh, we got some supers in the building as well, man. Shout out to y'all dropping supers as well, man. You know I appreciate you from the heart. All right, means a lot to me, man. Whenever y'all decide to support the channel, man, support the movement, man. Obviously, like I said, man, y'all could be spending y'all time and resources anywhere else. But since you're rocking out with the boy, you know I'm gonna help you. Make sure I take my time and answer these for you. All right. Let's see. Got the homie Richard Arbizo. And he says, Kenny Pickett found a way to screw me by not getting the first down to end the game. Would have won $500 if the score was 40-14. Hope he ends up with baby mama drama. Oh, man, don't you wish that evil on him, Richard? Don't you wish that evil on him, Richard? Don't you do that? Don't you do that, man? Jeez. But nah, I definitely feel what you said, though, man. Hey, man, we talk about losing on the money, man. A parlay, anything late could have hit backdoor cover. And it's like, bruh, Mahomes, you really had to throw the 50-plus yarder tutty? Like, bruh. So I can definitely understand it. But let him live, though, man. He's a Super Bowl champ now, all right? When you're a Super Bowl champ, man, you at least get 2 weeks before you can have anything slanderous said about you, all right? I don't know if that's officially a rule, but I'm going to make it out there, all right? I'm going to just throw that rule out there. 2 weeks before you can say anything slanderous about a Super Bowl champ, okay? Now, it's different when you're Super Bowl champ. You can say what you want. And I was kind of laughing because I do remember this story about 2 years ago when the homie Juju was going at them Eagles dudes, man. I was like, let's see how they play this thing, man. So far, they've been pretty cool. Not C.J. Gardner-Johnson, though. He reckless. I like him, but he reckless, though. All right, but the rest of them been pretty chill. I'm like, all right, y'all pretty toned down. So we'll see how it continues. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was like, okay. Let's. So far early on, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he take the cakes right now. I'm like, hey, bro, you're wilding. All right, you're wilding, buddy. But yeah, so shout out to the homie Richard Arbizo. Let's see who we have. Who else is in the building? Ooh, and Richard also says that Juju should have got more targets and Travis Kelce is washed. Juju definitely could have got more targets. I don't think that Kelsey was washed. I think that he did get focused on, but also, man, I don't think that Mahomes and the boys had time like that to even find them dudes, man. It was a masterclass what that D-line did to the Chiefs offensive line. Holy smokes. I ain't seen it like that. That reminded me of the Giants, the Super Bowl, Strahan, Osi Umenyiora, Justin Tucker and stuff when they beat Brady, and they were just whooping them in the trenches. They could not block them boys. That's what that reminded me of, man. When we talk about building your team, you talk about the importance of a D-line, right? You talk about, man, how do we build this thing through the trenches and dominate in the trenches? That's what you want to see. I mean, you think about Andy Weidl too, right? He's the guy that from a just overall roster construction standpoint, he's the guy that was, behind the scenes with that Eagles defense, or not defense, but the Eagles trenches, right? Drafting O-line, D-line. We know that's one of his staples. And when we talk about him being here, we've already seen just how intentional he is about drafting offensive linemen, right? We talk about, just whether you're talking drafting offensive linemen or even signing offensive linemen in free agency, we can see his mindset on trenches offensively and defensively. So when you're looking at Philly and you look at how they were able to dominate in the trenches, the Jalen Carters, the Jordan Davises of the world, right? The Milton Williams of the world. Man, when you're having those type of dudes create that type of interior havoc, and it's the rotation of it, man, that's just tough because they're constantly sending bodies at you that can win their one-on-ones. We talk about Philly's scheme. We said it's the most vanilla, most basic. It's no different than what Seattle was doing when they were, Legion of Boom, just super vanilla. And that's the thing that they still try to implement. But the difference is your personnel has to actually play to that level, and not just on occasion. They got to do it every single time. That's what we try to implement, and at times we do it at an extremely high level, but you also see at times where we have the drop off, and that's where this style of defense can hurt you. And we've seen where that's hurt us at times, to the point where people question, man, is Terrell Austin the scheme? Is Mike Tomlin the scheme? Is this a scheme? And it's like, no, it's not scheme. It's just the way that we are constructed, and our philosophy is very similar to what you saw in Philly last night. Man, when you're one-on-one, we are not about to try to surprise you. We just think that we're better than you. We feel like we're more coached than you. We feel like we got the talent. So the only way to show that is to win your one-on-one every single time, win your rep. And you look at Philly, that's what they did, man. And that's what we want us to do more consistently. And that's the part that obviously we have to get better at. And we'll see how we can go about doing that. But shout out to Philly on them, man. They definitely did their thing. But yeah, that's all that D-line was, man. Just literally go win your one-on-one. We're not running a whole bunch of games. It's not a whole bunch of twists and stunts. Nah, Get out here, beat the man that's in front of you. If it's a run play, push him in the backfield, 1 yard, sit down. We're not giving up nothing. If it's a pass play, man, all right, get up off of them, pin your ears back, rock a move, and get it off. Hey, and if it's play action pass, convert from that run to now work your pass rush move, man. Them dudes did an excellent job, man. And that's what you saw from them throughout the playoffs. That's why you've heard me talking about Milton Williams a lot more as the postseason had continued, because I'm looking at him and I'm like, yo, that's a dude that I think we should target in free agency if we want to have just a different approach come draft, where we don't feel like we want to go D-line early on. Man, go get you a proven guy like a Milton Williams, a proven Super Bowl champ now, who obviously had production in the big game as well. And now you're bringing in pedigree, you're bringing in leadership, you're bringing in youth as well, because he's a young guy. And now you got a chance to get younger, get more talent, but also have a guy that's there to, be Keanu Benton's long-term running mate as well, man. So to me, man, I like the approach though, man. I definitely like the approach, but we'll see how this D-line situation, in terms of what we saw in the Super Bowl, what impact that has on Andy Weidl as he continues on, in his mode with Omar Khan, man, in terms of roster construction and stuff like that, man. But let's see, man. Shout out. AJ Martinez. Shout out to AJ Martinez. He says, I care about the homie, but his new name is Delusional Deke, not the Diggler. The way he talks about QBs and 7 is not QB1 in the Berg. It's TB12, 4-0 in the Super Bowl. And he's talking about Terry Bradshaw, not Tom Brady. All right, Terry Bradshaw, 4-0 Super Bowl champ. We obviously know what time it is. And nah, man, don't call him Delusional Deke. Man, he can still be the Diggler. All right, he just, he over there now. That's all, man. Nothing wrong with the homie, but salute to the homie. Okay. But shout out to you, AJ. I'm glad you're still here with me. All right, I'm glad you ain't leaving. I was having separation anxiety. All right. I'm about about a little over a week now. All right, nobody new has left me just yet, knock on wood. So hopefully y'all don't leave me. I thought the chat was going. I was looking at the subscribers. I was like, dang, bro, we went from 50 to now we done dropped about 30. Oh Lord, I said no, they about to leave the show. Oh no. I thought we was gonna have to shut it all down. I was getting all depressed. I'm like, nah, man, they don't want to rock with the channel no more, man. They gonna leave the channel. Oh man, ain't no more content. They get distributed. Where we gonna put this content at? Lord have mercy. But then I see y'all pop back up. I'm like, all right, respect. Y'all had me in the first half. I ain't even gonna like, y'all had me. But no, I do appreciate y'all, man, sticking with the homie over here. All right, as we going through a little bit of a transition, man. Like I said, new format, obviously with the solo vibe, but at the same time, man, new opportunities, man, for the guys, man, and hearing more voices or new voices more frequently. Like we said, man, we'll be talking to TG multiple times, twice a week now versus those singular time with him, man. So super excited to get a chance to chop it up with the homie in a few. All righty. Got the homie Flow Grown 420. Says, seeing how the Super Bowl went, does that change the perspective with what Russ did without Pickens in the game? Oh, you're talking about the Eagles game because no GP that game. Interesting. I mean, you know how it is. If you're pro Russ, yeah, you'll look at that. Because to me, man, I think the context in it is, yes, he did have to play against that Eagles team without his best receiver. He also didn't get the ball but 2 times in the second half of that game. And the 2 times he got the ball, one, he's in scoring territory deep in the red zone and, Najee drops the pitch. We forget all of that because from the narrative perspective, it's a lot easier to just, put it all under 5 games, lose it, first round playoff, Russ more expensive, feels cheaper, and we just kind of go about that. But yeah, there was context in it. There was times in that game where we did feel like Russ was playing well, where we did feel like, yeah, we had a chance, but we never got the ball back. That was not an offensive issue. That was a defensive issue, but we lump it to Russ 5-game losing streak. So that's all we say, man. If you're focused on the narrative, yeah, man, there are a lot of ways to go with the narrative. But if you look at just the pros and the cons of it, man, and just take a step back, yeah, there were some positives in it. Now, we're not saying that those positives were enough to make you feel conviction one way or the other from my eyes, but that might be different for you or the next man. Obviously, when I talk to TG, at times we have a little bit different perspective on Russ or who we want to go with going forward. He's a little bit more open to the risk of going young player. He's a little bit open to the risk of if you have a ton of traits, even if it's not fully come to fruition just yet, he's willing to trust it, buy into it, and take a chance on it. Whereas for me, I am the opposite. I try to stay away from unproven and just like wild talent because to me, I think that's one of the hardest things to do, develop the QB, develop the player. You see these dudes when they finally do get developed at this level, it's far and few in between. It's not like you just see every draft pick to come through here or every line. It's like, nah, man, not everybody is good enough. So when you find that guy that is, to me, that's a premium. You take care of him. You make sure you keep that guy. You roll with that because you're going to be able to win and you're going to be able to formulate a plan versus the excitement of at moments this guy can be great, but at the same time, this dude can kill me in a game. I don't like dealing with that, but also my personal experiences play it elsewhere where my quarterback situation wasn't as solidified as it was when I got to here. I've got to see what life was like with the guy and what life was like without the guy. And yeah, I just feel like, man, once you got the guy or you got something close to the guy, stick with that until you find the guy. But that's my approach on it. And I ain't saying I got all the answers, but like I said, that's just kind of how I see it, though, as it pertains to that whole, youth potential versus proven production. I'm always going to default, or more times than not, I default to proven production versus the potential of it developing, especially the further along it gets into the, all right, it's going to develop one of these years. The further I get into that convo, the more and more it makes me hesitant to fully believe in it. But like with anything, man, we shall see. All right. All righty. Let's see. Tons of fun. Shout out to Tons of Fun, man. Always having fun in the building while we having fun. You know what I'm saying? That's one way to do it. Salute to you. He says, will we ever be that dominant, or will we keep trying to bring the 08 defense in the modern NFL while also using the 70s Steelers as the ceiling? Tons of fun now. The 08 defense was what Philly was running yesterday. One was a 3-4, one was a 4-3, but it was super basic vanilla. 4-man rush. We playing coverage behind it, playing 3 or 4, maybe an occasional 2. But other than that, it's 4-man rush, super vanilla. So I like that approach. Do you really like that approach? Because I think you do. But you got to have the guys that's going to execute it. You would think we do have those guys, but when they don't execute it, and this is what I was talking about during the season, we point fingers at coaches, right? Hey, man, Terrell lost it. Fire Coach T. Fire Terrell Austin. Like, okay, but what does that got to do with that guy not winning his rep? What does that got to do with this guy not winning his rep? And that guy, and the muddy, low buddy, and everything in between. That was why y'all heard me come in here and be on the whole, hey, man, maybe we need to start changing how we divvy up this money a little bit, right? Because I was like, hey, bro, we ain't getting a return on the investment the way that we need to because it's supposed to look like how Philly looked. That's what it's supposed to look like. Difference is we've spent more cash in our room on defense, whereas they spent more draft picks on defense. And those draft picks were hit. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, talk about Avonte Maddox. Let's see who's in the back end. Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. Like, all these dudes are draft picks, man. All them dudes are draft picks, right? So when we talk, it's like what we've invested in second and third contracts, they've invested in first and second round draft picks. Their guys just at the moment, man, played consistently. Whereas our guys, for whatever the reason may be, had up and downs. And that's the part for me where I'm like, I don't think that changes that. I think the way you get that is you got to touch the pocket a little bit, man. Just, hey, I need a little more from you. All right. Or, hey, we want to pay you more, but you need to earn more. You know what I mean? Like all that type of stuff. Because otherwise we're going to have that feeling like we had this year, where we're looking at the offense and we're like, bro, resource wise, y'all need more, but we're not getting enough from y'all, but we're expecting, defense to deliver this each and every weekend. Unfortunately, for whatever, like I said, sometimes it's injury, sometimes guys not playing well. Sometimes there are certain things schematically where it's like, yeah, we don't like that call versus that particular look. And all those things play into it. But at the end of it, it still boils down to the guys that are on the field. Oh, man, y'all got to do your thing. You got to, especially when y'all getting compensated the way that y'all are. To me, that was the biggest difference between what the Eagles were doing right now and what we're doing right now. They just got their younger players doing them, it winning, whereas our guys, we've spent a little bit more. Patrick Queen, right? Spent a little bit more on him, right? So it's like when we're looking back and forth, Minka spent a little bit more on him, right? So that's the way that, to me, when I'm looking at the differences of it, we just have to be more consistent down the stretch. Because how many times at points in the season, the first 10 weeks, we're like, yo, our defense is like that. Historic, right? But then they ran out of steam. And that's the part that when they run out of steam, it's like a crazy drop. And that's what we can't continue to have. So we'll see, man. But to be tons of fun, we do have the potential to be just as dominant because we already are that at spurts. But we do got to be better down the stretch, the finish of it. And when we're in these big critical postseason games, these big moments, man, you got to show up. Got to show up, baby. Not saying it's easy, but that's the expectation. In Philadelphia, prime example. They showing you, hey, it can be done. It's one or two ways. You either pay for it or you draft it. But either way, once those resources are there, those guys have to show up, man. Your A players got to play like A players, man. B players play like B players, and you hope everybody else can overachieve from there, man. But that's kind of the mindset with it. And shout out to Tons of Fun, man. Running it back as well, man. Gifting an upper room membership, being an absolute rock star at life, paying it forward. So, Tons of Fun, shout out to you and to that individual. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty. Shout out to Tons of Fun. He says, does TJ need to pull a Kenny to win a Super Bowl? I mean, if he wanted to, he could pull that approach. There's nothing against dudes wanting to get out of situations that are tough. Not everybody wants to deal with tough. Not everybody wants to handle adversity. Not everybody wants to deal with being uncomfortable. That's the reason why we talk about bandwagon fans. You know what I mean? Like, we say it's a lot of people that are Chiefs fans because the Chiefs win. People don't want to feel sad. They don't want to feel adversity. They want to feel good. Butterflies, rainbows, sunshine, right? So, yeah, if TJ at some point woke up and said, man, I want it easy. I'm tired of just fighting this fight. Let me go over here. Man, I wouldn't fault him. I would say, hey, man, respect to you. If that's the decision that you made, the same way with Kenny, it was like, all right, I don't agree with it, but respect to you. And, you just keep pushing, man. So, yes, he could do that if he wanted to. Nothing against it, man. And he would be a champion. Nothing against it. Nothing against it, man. But we do see how people talk about Kevin Durant. Oh, man, I just can't believe Durant. Like, you still a champ, though. You still the man. But just depends on how you feel about it, But that's kind of how I look at it. I don't think he would personally because TJ's a dog. He's an ultimate fighter. I think if anything, they would move him if they were trying to, if the team felt like, yeah, we don't think that's going to happen in his time frame or they don't think he's a part of it, they would move him like that. But I don't think TJ would ever because TJ is the dude that wants to be the leader. He wants to be the reason why. And we always say, man, you got two different types of people, man. You got the ones that are like, hey, bro, this is just too crazy. I don't see the vision. I don't believe it could work. There isn't enough playmaking from me or others to change the circumstances. And for those dudes, man, they usually be like, hey, bro, I'm going to holler at you. But then you got the other guys that is like, man, I don't care what the situation is. As long as I'm here, we going to be all right. As long as I'm here, I promise you we're going to get this thing fixed. And that's their mindset, and they don't see it any other way. Like, they can't even entertain the thought of what if it doesn't work. That process can't even compute for them because they're just so singularly focused on greatness, on success, on winning. For better or worse, some people call it tunnel vision. I know I've been accused of having that. That's what it is that I know my man Coach T has, man, where he's like, yo, he don't believe he could lose. It's like, man, lose? What? We ran out of time. What you mean lose? How do I even plan for that? What? I can't. All I see is success. So with that, man, that's one of them things where it's like, yeah, some people, man, they look at that as a default or as a negative. And I don't fault y'all, man. Trust me. It's plenty of times I've been looked at like, hey, bro, how you so positive, bro? Why you still believe in that? But then you look at how many times you win and you like, bro, how can you not be positive? How can you not think it's going to work out? Like, what do you mean? I've won too much to not believe it. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's part of it. And, some people just believe that it's always going to work out. And yeah, when I think of TJ, man, I think he's one of them dudes, man. I don't look at TJ as the guy that's like, bro, I'm pissed off and ready to leave. But at the same time, if he did do that, man, salute to it, bro. Salute to it. All righty. Shout out to the homie, Jay Cooler. Jay Cooler says, solo dolo, shout out Cuddy. Nah, man, salute to you, man. Cuddy definitely is the GOAT, man. If you know, you know. And let me hit the homie TG real quick, too. Okay. I like when the homie texts me. Shout out to the homie texting me. All righty. So he said he's going to be in a couple of minutes. Bet that. Like the communication. Shout out to communication, all right? Communication. Yeah. But yeah, Jay Cooler also spent the block and he says, Eagles should be a blueprint on how to build a roster. Start with the trenches on both sides. Then build the skill positions. Solid dual threat QB, 1,000%. And you can see where we taking that same approach. Now, the difference is ours haven't hit the same way, and our return on some investments haven't hit as well just yet. But still good as a whole, though, right? And what I mean is this, man. We've drafted a Broderick and a Troy Fautanu back-to-back first rounders. We signed a Isaac Seumalo. We signed a James Daniel. We drafted a Zach Frazier. We drafted a Mason McCormick. That's a lot of resources in the trenches within the past 3 seasons. D-line wise, you got TJ, you got Highsmith, you got Cam, you got Herbig, you brought Larry O back, you drafted Benton. Those are resources. Now, obviously, you spent more in terms of the cash compensation, and all of those guys to varying levels have had production. But we could also say at varying levels for all of those dudes, sometimes we've desired a little bit more for whatever reason, whether it's injuries, availability, whatever, right? So with that, when I think of what Philly has versus what we have, we're not far off. We're not talking about, man, we got to reconstruct the roster. No, we're talking about fine-tuning, nipping and tucking, like we said when the season ended. But at the time, we were a lot more emotional because the loss had just happened. Now that we're further removed, you're seeing, bro, that structure and our structure, we are very similar, but we have to figure out those little margins, man. And obviously, quarterback was a big one. Shout out to the Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. But that's the thing that we have to find. Now, we're stuck in that limbo of, okay, one guy that has done it but is on the back end, one guy that has not done it but has a ton of potential. And we're praying and trying to figure out which one of these dudes or who out there gets us close to a Justin Hurts or a Jalen Hurts type, or that next dude that is the Mahomes type, or whoever we deem as we want to get, or maybe it's the MVP, Josh Allen type. Shout out to that dude, right? So when I think of all of that, it's like that's the thing that we still have to find. But in terms of running game, obviously they got the elite running game, but we got a running game. We know how to run the football. We talk about the Najee thing. Now, could we be better? Yes. And that's the difference. We got the pieces, but their piece compared to our piece hitting a little different right now, right? We talk about how we're trying to construct our wide receivers compared to how their wide receivers are constructed. It's a little bit different, just a little bit different. So to me, there are a lot of similarities, though, between both of these teams, though, man, in terms of the Steelers roster and the Eagles roster. But we definitely, like I said, man, have a lot more of the little fine tuning to do in terms of, like I said, whether it is sticking with Fields, sticking with Russ, or is it drafting a Will Howard? Is it drafting a Jalen Milroe? Is it signing a Sam Darnold? Is it potentially signing a Aaron Rodgers? What? Who's that now? Oh, who's that now? But like all these different things, that's what we're going to be trying to figure out, man. So we shall see. We shall see, man. But y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. All righty. Let's see, man. Oh, okay. Honey Love says Russ is out the door. You already know this, Arthur. I mean, I heard Jay Glazer say one thing. I heard Mr. Rooney say another thing. You tell me who you believe in, though, baby. I'm just waiting to see it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll wait and see. I'm like, ooh, somebody about to be proven right. Somebody about to be proven wrong. Who is who? Because, man, when the boss man said this, that's the boss man. That's the money man. I know him, so I use this to the money man. But then Jay, that's right-hand man with Coach T. I'm like, ooh, all right, Coach T, big boy decision maker. We said, man, Coach T said he was lone wolf when he made the decision to start Russ. So I am literally in limbo. You might have the answers. Y'all might be smarter than me, miss. Hey, salute to y'all if y'all are. All right. I'm just over here like, I'm going to take the information that's been given to me and I'm going to look at both of these things and I'm going to decipher through and to see, okay, why should I believe in him over him? And why should I believe in him over him? Because, yeah, he on record said what he said. Both of them on record, but that's the one that cut the check. He cut the check to the dude that he said he was talking to, so I just don't know. All right, help me out, please. I just want to know at some point. But I am enjoying this chaos. It's kind of like we all in the waiting moment. Like, all right, who's going to be the leader? Who's going to be QB1? Which direction we going? All right, is it one? Is it two? Is it neither? It could be neither two. For the content situation, obviously, that's going to help the boy out because now we're going to be talking about all 30,000 quarterbacks out there. But if not, then cool, man. Let me know. Is it Justin Fields, man? Let's start getting the film breakdowns with Justin Fields again, man. Let's get it going. Let's pop. Let's talk. Is it Russ? All right, cool, man. How we going to like with Russ? What we going to do? How we going to get better with Russ? Cool, let's go. But up until then, man, we just got to wait and see. Just got to wait and see, man. No, I am happy, says Skylar will be the starter. Shout out to Scarlett Thompson, man. Skylar Thompson, man. He going to start one of the preseason games probably, bro. Hey, but you never know. Make it develop. Hey, all he needs is opportunity. All right, all he needs is opportunity. But to me, I would prefer, with all due respect, I'd rather go with either Russ or Fields before we do that option. Just throwing it out. Respectfully. Oh, Mike Kopo says, man, we need a Debo trade. Okay, you talking spicy. Hey, man, you got to start these show notes too, all right? Start the show notes. We ain't talking that just yet. Just wait on it. Ooh, now the Don Hefe Kwan says, I don't blame Russ, just rather have Fields. And I don't have an issue with that either. Honestly, at times I'm back and forth on it. Like, I don't feel like I blame or have a fault towards either guy. Because I do feel like as a collective, it was a lot of pieces or a lot of things that went wrong. down the stretch. But when we're talking about Russ, there are certain things where I'm like, yeah, I have seen how, this story could end, where we're just constantly in this 10 win, you're flirting with it. Maybe you win a playoff or two with this quarterback, but you still feel like you have to have so much around it in order for it to go well. I don't feel like it's to the extreme of that, but I do feel like we are closer to that than him being the guy that we just believe can go out there regardless of the variables, and he's going to rise above whatever it is. I don't think we're still in that space for us. I think he can give you that in moments, but when the teams are of higher cloth or tougher cloth right now, I do feel like that is where we need the added resources for a guy like him, unless we're going to be able to lean on the defense and they play like how the Eagles played last night. I mean, at times we flash like that, but we've also seen how that method has unfortunately let us down too many times. So that's why I can see where the field or Justin Fields or the field, meaning draft or another free agent trade concept, where that could be a little bit intriguing. But me personally, I do lean more on proven. I do lean more on that. Show me the guy that's already done it, because there are not a lot of guys out here that have actually done it. So when you actually see one that has, I just like to take my time, making sure that it's all the way completely gone. You sure you going? You sure you ain't got it anymore? All right. I don't think you got it anymore. All right, I'm convinced now. But until I'm all the way there, like, I'm not as open to just, let the young dude go. Just let him go out there. Just have fun with it, man. It can't get any worse. Yes, it always can get worse. It always get worse. But that's the experiences I've had, man. So that's, like I said, just how I see it with it, man. But yeah, I definitely like what you're on, though, man. And like I said, definitely no hard feelings about either one of those quarterbacks, because both of these dudes are capable. Both of them are. We saw that at least last year. Hey, bro, I tell you what, man, this coffee dang on hot as heck, man. Get on wifey, bro. She trying to burn my esophagus. Sheesh. All right. Shout out to James Skitka as well, man, showing love with the big super chat, man. We do appreciate you tonight as well. He says, Moats, I sure hope it's us in the dance next year. Gotta get my Steelers in the Super Bowl. Thanks for everything. Peace. Nah, shout out to you, James. And for certain, we got to get these boys back into the big dance with the confetti raining on us. And we got too much talent to not do it. But at the same time, man, we do have multiple pieces in small areas that we do got to get better. We do got to improve. And I think that, the first thing is obviously quarterback. We're going to get that direction soon. It's getting there. Regardless of these reports, the reason why I'm saying soon is because free agency, right? Once that officially opens up in March, there is no guessing anymore. We will know for certain who at least one of them dudes are at QB, man. But we shall see, man. We shall see. All righty. Let's see. Oh, shout out to the homie Red. Shout out to Red. Red says, I remember when we thought our player could be like the Eagles. Also, Moats, how did the Eagles turn around in a year while we suck? The difference was, number one, they got back healthy because last year they had some injuries, some substantial injuries. And number two, quarterback played a lot better. And this running back, Saquon Barkley, he happened to have this historic type of season where he ran for like 2,000 yards. So, yeah, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. That they also had a Defensive Player of the Year finalist, which we had, right? Shout out to Zach Bond, who made plays all throughout the playoffs as well, Super Bowl game included. Yeah. So I would say, those are the reasons why the Eagles were able to have this like massive jump, but it wasn't like they were coming from a terrible situation. A year prior to that, they were, 2 years prior to that, they were in the Super Bowl. So they already had the foundation. But from there, they hit on their draft picks, and their draft picks came and played extremely well. And Jalen Hurts, who they already had, $100 million quarterback, played up to par. We talked about that specifically in the game versus us, was where we saw that switch kind of go back to him looking like MVP form. And from there, he kept it going. You saw what he looked like in the Super Bowl. That was the Jalen Hurts that got the $100 million. That's Jalen Hurts. That's why he's Super Bowl MVP. Shout out to him, right? So those were the big differences in terms of why they were able to turn it around so fast and why we're currently where we are. But the reason why we do feel like we have Eagles type players is because we do. We want to go down the list. I mean, okay, they have Jordan Davis. We have Cam Hayward. Difference is they got Jalen Carter. We got Larry O. So their tag team versus our tag team. They throwing Milton Williams. We throwing Keanu Ben. You see how we're talking in terms of our tag team versus tag team. Pass rush wise, they got Josh Sweat, Nolan Smith. We got TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith. Right? We go to our LBs. Zach Bond. If I would have said Zach Bond before the season started, y'all would have been like, who? Now everybody's like, oh, that's the decoy. That's a decoy finalist right there. We know who he is versus Patrick Queen. But at the beginning of the season, I'd have been like, yo, we got Patrick Queen versus Zach Bond. Y'all would have been like, yeah, but we take a PQ. Heck yeah, we taking PQ. And so, you see what I mean? Corner. We all said, man, we like Darius Slay, but we feel like, they're still, got to turn it around a little bit. So they went and got, was a Cooper DeJean and a, what's the other boy? Queen Mitchell. Whereas for us, we were like, all right, we got JPJ, we got Dante Jackson. And then we're going to roll with where there was, at the time, Corey Trice at the beginning of the season. Then obviously he got hurt again. I forgot who else we were talking about, but that was kind of our approach with it. So there were a lot of similarities from a defensive standpoint. It's just unfortunately down the stretch, we didn't execute the same way. We ain't had the type of production that we needed out them boys, man. But still the similarities were there though, man. All right. So shout out to that though. Shout out to that. But yeah, man, we will see though. We will definitely see. Alrighty. Y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Looks like we got the homie TG ready to roll. So let's go ahead and call the homie. Yeah. Let me get that graphic up there. Oh, nope. Wrong graphic. There we go. Right graphic. It's time to call it the homie. Okay. All right. All right. Call up the homie. Call up the homie. I'm calling up my homie. Calling up my homie. But is that my dog? Is that my dog on the phone? Is that my dog?
No, dog.
That my dog. There he is. There the man go. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's do this thing the way it's supposed to be done, man. I am on the call right now with that one and only Pittsburgh Steelers alum, that former linebacker in the black and gold. I'm talking about that former West Virginia Mountaineer. They say it is almost heaven there. That's what they say. That's definitely what they say. And on top of that, I mean, this is one half of the locker mates, my mother freaking locker mate. I'm talking about the current defensive coordinator of the Norfolk State University. Behold the green and the gold with the homie Mike Vick. I'm talking about the one and only Terence Garvin. Oh my God, TG. Oh my God, it's hell. Hey, y'all gotta chill.
What a time.
They throwing stuff on the stage right now. It's crazy right now, TG. They was throwing all type of stuff. I'm like, hey, bro, y'all gotta chill, all right? He ain't here. Listen, man, listen. The crowd loves you. You know they love you, bro. You know they love you, man. Come on, man.
You just give it up so hard. Like, I'm with you, man.
Hey, bro. I'm just saying, bro. When the main event show up, man, I just gotta get the energy. You know how that goes, man. You feel me?
Man, man, we need you. We gotta get you on the. We gotta get you at a fight night or something, man. We gotta get you on there.
Hey, look, man. I just be trying to do a little something. You know what I mean? Keep the energy right. You know how it's supposed to be, baby. How it's supposed to be. But let's tap in though, man, because obviously last night there was a big time game, man. Super Bowl 59 took place in wowzers. Wow. Yeah. What was your immediate reaction to the said Super Bowl? 40-22. Lord have mercy.
I didn't think it felt like Kansas City looked almost ill prepared, you know?
Yeah.
It really did. It really did. Like, cause they stuck with they came with that nickel blitz.
Uh-huh.
They came with that nickel blitz and they stuck with it, you know? them corners weren't really holding up outside. They gave him the PI on the first one. They gave him the first one.
You seen the PI on the first one? It was like
Gave
the
him the first one.
are you
It's
calling
like,
the
all
hands
right,
to the face?
but that's
Okay.
B. But that was B.
I was like, when he had him,
That was B.
that was a
That was B.
completion. It was definitely a
So
completion.
so the warning came,
Yeah.
and then it's like he stuck with it. I thought he stuck with it a taste too long. You know, one or two too long.
Hey, but when you
Right.
spags and this is how you got into the
I'm
dance, and this
I'm
is,
not mad
you know
at
what I
it.
mean? Like, it's how
I'm
you
not.
got
I
there.
just didn't understand why they were so like. Because I thought the corners was holding up pretty well all year. Like they just didn't look strong out there.
See,
They didn't look like them out there.
but once again, and this is how I felt when we played Philly. I said,
Right.
those aren't regular receivers you're matching up with, though. That's A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith,
Right.
bro.
I feel that.
They
That's
third
running and that's big.
the third
Running.
receiver that scored the touchdown is Jahan Dotson.
I feel
Remember,
that.
it's like, bro,
He took
they
he
act
took
like
them
he's
deep.
a bum. I'm like, that's a former
Yeah,
guy.
he
He just
took them
ain't
deep.
working Washington, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, they stretching you out, and you can't come out of that too high look because Saquon is going to kill you, bro.
Man.
I mean, you can't come out that single high look because Saquon's going to kill you. So it's like
Man.
they're
Because they
sticking that dude in
committed.
the
They
box,
stopped the run pretty well. They
but
played the run pretty well.
they took our approach. It
Yeah,
was literally
they
our
played.
approach, man. Stand up on the outside. We're not going to let Saquon beat us. Let Hurts
Yeah.
going to have to prove it tonight.
Hurts going to prove it. And they was going with them QB powers early
You
in the
seen
game.
it.
They
You
played
seen
them
it.
pretty well.
The QB run
Like,
was highly effective, man.
yeah. They played the QB run all right.
Yeah.
That didn't kill them.
It
They
made you
just
play him honest,
methodical,
though.
man.
It made you play him
That's it.
honest.
Yeah, they keep you so honest,
Mhm.
like so honest. Again, that empty run of power on you, you
Like,
know,
that's
and then
tough. You playing 11 on
yeah,
11.
11 all game, every play though. And if you make a mistake with Saquon, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And there was a
So
couple of
they
times where we
like,
was like, ooh, hold on. Oh, all right.
but they
They got
didn't
him
do
down.
nothing
They got him down.
offensively. They got the first. They won the first. They won the first drive.
Yeah.
Offensively, Kansas City came out. They didn't do nothing with it.
They
They had a big play. He tried to
Mhm.
throw to Kelsey on a little quick little hold
Mhm.
that they just look off. Their
Yeah.
timing was off. They were in a split zone one time and ran into the
Right
tight
into it.
end.
Uh-huh.
It was like they just looked off. They
Yeah.
looked rusty. Like they just didn't look like that dominant Kansas City team rolling in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they look like the nervous team.
Yeah.
They look like the team that was
Like the
they
pressure
didn't
got
look
to him a
like
little bit.
yeah. It
Mhm.
felt like that. It looked like
Yeah.
it. Like
No,
like
I would
you
agree.
know.
I would agree, man. You obviously hear the three-peat talk, and then it's a opponent that you already beat. So all the expectations are still in your favor. You're supposed to be the historic juggernaut that gets every call, and on top of that, y'all got to go beat this team that y'all already beaten before. So why can't you do it again? And you and me would both agree, man. Beating the team once is hard enough. Trying to do it again, now it's like, hey, bro, they know a little bit more about you now. They're a little bit more familiar. That one or two plays that you got away with the first time, you don't necessarily get away with that this time around, man. But
I was just hungry, man.
yeah, but talk to me real quick, man. How did you feel about this here D line though, bruh?
Man.
Can we talk about the D line real quick? Cause sheesh.
My coach was watching. My coach jokingly was like, "Man, they were on something. Like they look crazy."
Bruh.
The first sack he ran through
You
the
seen
tackle. Almost
him. I
basically
said,
split
bro.
a double team. I need it. Like they just the D line was getting. He didn't have to blitz all night. He was sitting in that 4 minutes.
They said he never blitzed.
Yeah.
That man was sacked more than he had first downs, bro, and they never blitzed.
That's the
Super
coach
vanilla.
team
Bro,
You know that's the team
now,
method,
TG,
man.
can
Send
we
the forward
talk?
man and let it
TG,
work.
can we talk? Because literally, I was
The
saying
coach
that.
team method.
I was saying that over here. I got on. I was like, hey, bro, I know y'all want to come up here and talk about, man, how can we get that Eagles type defense? What's wrong with our scheme? I'm like, y'all do know that is the scheme that we run. Super
That's the
vanilla.
coach method.
Whoop your man
Yeah.
up front. Win your one-on-one. Yeah, I
Man,
say,
they
bro,
matched
that's
this
exactly
mesh
what we
route
do.
early.
Yeah, they was
They
hot.
running that quarter.
Hey, bro,
They
I'm
was
like,
matching up all the
yeah,
routes,
I'm like,
bro.
ain't nothing sexy about what they doing. Ain't no magic
Nothing.
call, no super
Yeah.
scheme, none of this. Hey, man, let me go to play 38 on the back section B. This is the secret call. Boy, stop. That thing was line up in front of him and whoop that man. Period. Don't come home without his head. You feel me? Like, that's what they was on, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
And them boys was the word. But they stuffed the run with it.
They did, though. They definitely did.
But I didn't like Kansas City's runs.
Okay.
They used. Like, everything was like a draw.
Yeah, it was trying to misdirection them almost.
Yeah, It was nothing like, man, we just coming to hit this action.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost like they didn't believe that line could move that line. You know?
But let's be real, though, TG. I don't think that was a bad assumption, bro.
But I think you still tested.
You see how those boys did Washington last week, bro. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they was trying to get after him. They got a little bit more of a physical runner in Brian Robinson than Kareem Hunt and Pacheco.
Pacheco run hard.
Bro, Pacheco coming back for the injury ain't been running like that, bro. Stop it.
Kareem Hunt ran. Pacheco looked like he was bad last night.
Man, he was, but I don't feel like they hitting this hard as B. Robinson right now.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I think they're better, but I think that B. Robinson just hits it down. He's more of a downhill, like less of that, you know what I mean? Whereas Kareem is, I still feel like he's more of a finesse power versus like true power. And then obviously with Pacheco, I think his effort makes up for everything with him. But yeah, that was just kind of how I looked at him. But that's why I was like, man, if you don't feel like it can't hit it like that, then that's how you got to attack these, super aggressive, penetrating deep fronts. Man, misdirection, counter screens, you know the drill. But it was just, man, Philly wasn't going for none of it. Like, none of it from the start. And then when you start throwing these turnovers in, that's where it got weird. The pick six?
Yeah, the pick six.
The pick six?
I don't know what was he coming to.
Hey, son, it was like, I was like, it's not Tampa. You ain't see that? I was like, yo, it's not an 8 drop. Why are you there? Like, that didn't.
I didn't know why he was there.
Yeah, I'm like,
I want to know what that was.
I thought he seen, so I look with the all 22 drop. I'm like, did you? He might have seen.
Throw back across your body.
But it's Mahomes. How many Mahomes has made a living throwing late across his body, back across the middle of the field.
Even if you look how he threw it, he looked like he tried to gun it.
Everything looked bad about the decision.
Everything bad.
It's Mahomes, so you say, all right, it's Mahomes, so you let him live.
It looked bad. He tried to gun it in there. He was like,
he for certain tried to. I'm like, no, bro, what? Yeah, bro.
Now you gotta let it go like that. It's
bad. It's bad, bro. You forcing it.
Like, he threw the fastball. You can see how he threw it.
Hey, look, that throw, that pick, in the strip sack, you can see those with the, I don't care what the coverage is, I am giving you a ball. Like, this is what it's going to be. The only thing where he got the strip sack, so he didn't get a chance to uncork it. But I'm like, hey, bro, that ain't open. I see what that ain't there. That was the one, bro. Yeah.
Man, but Philly, the secondary is nice too, man. And secondary get after it.
No, facts.
There was a couple times he was looking at Travis that was taken away. Nice. Like they was strapping out there.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a tough day, man. It lined up perfectly. The rush and cover lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, he never felt comfortable. They couldn't run the ball. Just nothing worked. They tried to go with a screen. I seen one time Carter played the screen. It was just a long way.
Them dudes is monsters up front, bro. They was monsters up front, bro.
Nothing with that front.
Yeah. Ain't you seen the 757 boy Josh Sweat out there getting after it as well, man? Hey, had him a day. Shout out to the crib.
I wasn't even super familiar.
Shout out to the crib. Shout out to the home team. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then he was wiping the sweat off, and I was like, I love it.
Yeah, bro. It was hard. We was hard on that. It was like, all right. Hey, shout out to the home team, man. Love when the home team show up the way they supposed to, man. So yeah. I
love it.
But man, what'd you make of those Mahomes though, bro?
He just had a tough day. He just never got comfortable.
I mean, we've never seen Superman do that though. We've never seen Superman have an off day. Like,
the second pick was about to be a bad decision. Like,
it's like, why you do that? Why? Like, no.
Just catch the ones they throw to you.
Hey, and we usually never say that with Mahomes. I was like, yo, he literally, that's the layup? Mahomes gave you a layup in the Super Bowl? Yeah.
A layup. Just catch it, put him back in position. Let's get some points.
Yeah. I mean, but that is the defensive player of the year finalist though. Shout out to Zach Bond though, man. Shout out to Zach Bond. Had a heck of a year. From a teamer to go ahead and get paid, bruh. Go get paid. Super Bowl champ. Man. Trying to think that
he was an outsider.
Yeah, dude. The last person I seen have a move like a jump like that is when what was the big special teamer played for the Redskins with Danny Smith with the Buffaloes, like Lorenzo Alexander, something like that. Like like he was the outside. Yeah. He went up there, started getting the 10+ sacks out the blue. Like yeah, because you know what I'm talking about, right? He was a teamer like his whole career. Yeah. So Zach Bond, like that's probably the only other dude that I can like remember that had that type of move, bro.
That's weird. I mean,
it was crazy. Yeah,
like LT-ish. LT was
he was an outside and he went to inside, but he's a high pedigree guy though, right? But he was also a high pedigree dude too, though. Like you could just see why they was playing him out there. But it's like, yo, he's capable of bumping in. Whereas, I don't think we talked about Zach Bond ever on that stand. You know what I'm saying? Ever on that level. With all due respect. I was like, yo, Zach, you on that now? God dang.
I'm with you. No. I respect it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So, I mean, with that, though, is the reign over? Has the dawn of a new age? Are we there now? Or we could close the reign?
They get dangerous next year.
Oh, come on, bro! Don't do me like that.
Don't do me like that, bro. They're gonna go get shopping this year. They're gonna go get more. Did you see that drop by Did you see that drop by
the D-Hop one? Bro,
yeah,
I was shocked.
I just never seen that.
I was shocked, dumbfounded, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They look
Travis ain't look Travisy out there. He I was like, yo, you don't even look swaggy right now. What's this, Travis? Like, yo, what's going on, bro?
It truly looked like the pressure got to them. Yeah. Like they had a bad night. Like it was.
I did like how the boy. I like how the boy Worthy played though. I would say, man, I thought he was a dog. I thought he was fighting the whole time. Okay. I liked him.
Okay. I thought he played Yeah, he did play well. They came to him late though.
Too late. They waited. They waited to him. They waited.
They went in that package in the second half. Yeah. Like they didn't even really use that.
Yeah. I thought they should have went to him more. And then I wish I could have seen what was happening with Chris Jones. Because he was quiet to me, man. And I thought he was going to be the Jalen Carter, Jordan Day. I saw it the knee. Yeah. And I was wondering, because I was just like, bro, like, that was a little bit of a difference. He's an outlier for their defense. Like, if he's on, that makes them a lot better. I ain't see that.
Even that rush, like, they never got home.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was never, like, pressure on them. Yeah.
He sent the 6-man and they had an offsides one time and hit it. But besides that, like he was sitting in the 5-man, but they wasn't getting home. Like nobody was truly winning their 1-on-1. And they was just picking up and letting it go.
Yeah. And Hurts did an excellent job too. Whenever they went to some of that crazy man, he would pull it and take off, bro. When he did that,
Jalen just balled.
Yeah, when Jalen started pulling it and running on that man, I said, oh. That's tough to deal with. That's what we usually say. Mahomes, Lamar, Josh. That's what they usually do. We usually, you know what I'm saying, like Hurts picks his spots.
Played a really good game.
No, facts, bro.
Quietly, it was a great game. Like really, really good.
I would agree, bro.
He had like 1-2 bad throws. The pick was a bad throw. He got on the pick, and it was probably like one more fade ball. Besides that, he played really good.
I thought decision making, execution, like everything, getting him in the right call. Yeah.
He came second window on the over.
You seen it. I said, hey, that's high level. If you know, you know, bro. Anybody can hit that first window, you get that second one. It's like, all right, you cooking, bro. Because that ain't supposed to be there. We ain't got no answer for that one, bro. Yeah, that's real. That's real, bro. Hey, but Saquon was doing his thing in protection too, though. I seen a couple of them joints where it's like, I'm like, yo, he ain't had the crazy like loud numbers, but he was doing all them little detail things. Yeah.
Did what they need. They played good. That's why they put up all the points. Like they smashed them. You know, they really smashed them. Like they smashed them.
Yeah.
It just was what it was. Like they played better than them. They outperformed them. Like we was looking for, even when they was down 24-0, it was like, man, Mahomes gonna
We
bring this
was waiting
back.
on his Brady moment, bruh.
Like I promise you, I was like, man, he's gonna score. He's gonna get the ball
Say,
after half. He's gonna score. They're gonna feel the pressure. He's
say,
gonna get a play from the defense. He's
say.
gonna come back. I had it all mapped out. I'm like, he's gonna do
I looked at wifey. I
it.
said, "Bae, he's a score away. It's a wrap. He's a
Man,
score
he just
away."
get started. He just get started. It's like,
And it never happened, bruh. When they,
it just never
bro,
came.
when it looked like there was gonna be a chance when Mahomes scored and Hurts came back and threw that bomb, I was like, oh my god, like Philly out here on some other stuff tonight, bruh. Like they really went for it all. It was like, yo, come here, we going to take this one. We ain't playing with y'all tonight. Yeah,
Man, it just rough there.
yeah, it'd be like that, man.
Yeah.
It'd be like that
There's
sometimes.
nobody really balling. I thought 20. What's his name? 20 played well for Kansas City.
Oh shoot, you're talking.
Reed.
Yeah.
I thought he
Because I was
played
like
well.
the other boy McDuffie. I said he had a little rough night, bro. I would say
He had a tough night.
Yeah, he had a tough
They
night,
gave
bro.
that
He had a
bad
tough night,
call.
bro.
That was a bad call, man.
Hey.
I thought that was a give back call for the first call. I thought that was a bad call, man.
Hey man, it was hands to the face, TG. Don't do him like that, TG.
I
He hit him in
that,
he
man.
hit him in the face. TG, he hit him in the face, TG. Come on, man.
Bro, that was such a moment. I couldn't believe they threw it.
I said, I said the first deep ball, that's what we on? I said, oh, man, they calling it tight tonight.
You don't call that.
They calling it tight tonight.
Smashed on that
hey,
play.
bro, what?
That was a terrible. Like, you don't throw that. That was a bad decision.
Hey, bro, they was calling it tight. They was calling it tight tonight, man.
Yeah, they called it too tight. That was bad. That was a bad throw. That was a bad call.
You seen D-Hawk completed afterwards, though.
Called that.
You seen that they called the helmet joint on the safety boy? Yeah.
No, they called that one flag, man, on Kansas City. It was like 3rd and 20 something. They called it on the linebacker. You know what I'm talking about? It was almost like a late hit.
Was it on the receiver? You talking about that play?
It was on the linebacker. It was on 32.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It was a killer, man.
Mm-hmm.
They just
because it kept the drive.
It
kept the drive. Yeah,
Kansas City
kept the drive.
Kept driving a lot. Kansas City hurt themselves. They played bad.
Kansas City did the thing that they usually do to other teams. They usually watch you make the mistake and they capitalize it. Whereas this time, they were the ones who actually made the mistakes.
Kansas City came back from behind 12 games this year.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, like they started slow a lot. Like they ran up on a good team. You couldn't start like that. You couldn't play that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And think they were gonna come back. So,
now that's real. That's real. All right. Well, hey, did you check the halftime performance out? That was just how'd you feel about the halftime performance, man? With Kendrick Lamar, Mustard, Samuel L. Jackson, shout out to Uncle Sam, SZA. We got a Serena appearance. Shout out to the goat. Shout out to old lady goat over there, Serena, crip walking. You know what I'm saying, man? I was over where the blue flag at, bro. I was like, Lord, we cripped out tonight. All right, but yeah, man, how'd you feel about the halftime performance, bro?
I liked it. I personally liked it. I thought it was cool. There was a lot of stuff in it, you know.
It was a lot of context. A lot in it. Follow the leads, man. Just follow the clues. Like, bam, that's a moment. Oh, that's a moment. Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna play that song. He played it though.
Hey, he teased it though.
Yeah,
he teased them a couple times. I said, "Oh."
I didn't think he was gonna play it though.
You really? Why you didn't think he was gonna play it, bro?
I thought even when he played, he played with it like, man.
How you think he gonna play it, bro?
They might sue when he gave us that one.
Hey,
he
bro.
took it, he played with it. I didn't think he was gonna put it in.
He gave me the yo-yo with it twice. Like, nah, I ain't there yet. Come on, chill out. Let me get some scissors real quick, man. Nah, I ain't gonna go there just yet. Hold on.
Still not there yet.
I ain't there yet. All right.
I didn't think he was gonna play it.
It felt like it wasn't gonna happen, and then you like, oh.
I felt like he rocked it. I would have liked to see him bring somebody else out there on that moment for a second, but I feel like
he brought Mustard though, because at least I'm like, yo, Mustard did. He was the one obviously orchestrated the beats and everything. So like I did like the fact that he came out how they transitioned at the
I love
end.
that he brought Mustard. I don't know if everybody knew Mustard like that. Like
That's real. No, I think that's real. I think that's definitely real.
You're a bird too. You're cute. You know,
oh, see, I ain't know that. No, salute that. All right.
I'm super hip to Mustard.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you're right. Everybody isn't gonna know who he is. You gotta, like you said, be entrenched to it to know. Like, all right, that's one of the one. Yeah.
I just thought he could have brought. I thought SZA was dope.
Yeah.
I thought he could have brought somebody else out there. I thought he
That's
could.
real.
And I know the whole Wayne situation and all that. I just wish he could have got. I wish he could have got a shout out to the city a little bit.
Okay. No, I could dig that.
I think you got to do that. You got to do that. That's part of it.
I like your approach to it. I like your perspective on it. And honestly, I could have seen him going that way. I just think from his perspective, and the thing that I kind of like gravitated to was, bro, I think for him, he was looking at it as, man, we got a West Coast moment right now. Between everything that led up with the Drake situation and everything since then.
He brought a little bit more West Coast out there.
He could have, but I think for him, not only was it West Coast, it was also, y'all said that I can't do this because y'all only accustomed to Drake doing this. Y'all don't think I got hits to be able to do a show or global tour, stadium, and all this other stuff. Let me actually show you. And let's be real, he ain't even go into his like catalog.
They said
he gave you some of the layups. Yeah, that was new stuff.
Stuff that's not even out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm like, he didn't even kill you. Like he's like, yo, let me just show you. This is what I'm capable of. And I ain't even go into like the hit. He don't kill my vibe. Don't kill my vibe. He didn't give you that. Come on, he could have gave you like the hits. He ain't done that. Most of the people that perform there, they gonna go down the glory road of all the hits. He was like, nah, I'm gonna give you some of this new stuff. I'm really trying to send a message though. If you know, you know. But from there, yeah. Now let me go ahead and shot the homie and let him know, hey, I got this, game over, and move on. I was like, oof. I was like, yo, I liked it. I liked the approach. But I could definitely see where, yeah, if he was trying to appeal, I think, bigger, man, you would have got more from SZA. I think you definitely would have saw more of his collab bag with some of the people that he got hit records with. Man, you ain't even get none of the Schoolboy Q groups and none of them type of cats from the West Coast, like the West Coast that really rock with him. Like, yeah, he could have had way more dudes out there, bro. Yeah. But shout out to him.
Or maybe he should have rocked the They Not Like Us, but that was just such a moment for him.
It was, though. Yeah.
He's like, no, I want this whole thing.
Yeah.
Say, Drake.
That man. I said, oh, with the smile. When I seen that chain, I said, hey, bro, is that an A? That's a little. Yeah. Oh, you sick. Oh.
Exactly.
I said, oh, bruh. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, the Serena, the Drake, you know.
All the little subtleties, bro. Yeah. I mean, Serena, SZA, come on, bro. Hey, if it's all the little detail. Samuel Jackson, I'm like, bro, all the little, like, I see you. I like it.
I like stuff he was saying. It was a lot. Yeah. It was detailed.
Yeah.
It was detailed.
Nah, salute.
I liked it.
Yeah. Nah, respect. Like you said.
I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought it had energy.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I thought the camera effects were dope. I think it was probably better, like, watching it on TV than in person.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause shoot, I ain't even peep like some of the visuals until they like went back and so I'm like, oh, that's what I'm looking at. Got you. Cause like in the moment, you know how you just like, bro, this is like, what is this? What is that? You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, all right, I got it now. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, shout out to them boys though, man. Shout out to the Super Bowl, shout out to the halftime and everything in between. All righty. Well, I guess I should ask you, because we did have some NFL honors that took place. I guess we did have some NFL honors. Hey, chat, if y'all was digging, you know, the NFL honors, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe, baby, if you new to the channel, TG. We had a little NFL honors, TG. You know NFL honors where they do like, you know, coach of the year, Walt's Pay Man of the Year, MVP. Oh, what's that thing? You know what I'm saying? You know, there's some words. I don't know if you heard of that, bro. I don't know. I just figured we could talk about NFL honors now that it's been completed. You know, is that cool with you?
Man.
Look. No. It's all right. Look, we'll get to that when we got to get to it. All right. I'll ask you about some of the other ones first. All right. We'll get to the MVP in a little bit. Okay.
I thought it was a tough show all the way around. From top to bottom.
Don't throw me like that.
Show.
Don't you do it like that. Don't you do it like that. Come on, TG. Don't be like that, bro. You know the show was a vibe. It was an awesome show from start to finish. But I loved everything I saw out there. I loved it all. I loved it all. I loved it all.
It was tough from the inductees to the awards.
It was some names that got left off that inductee list.
Man,
one specific name.
Like,
it's one specific name. I'm like, you can't debate these other dudes over that guy to me. The fact that man that was down there policing that defense in Carolina is not on this list, I'm dumbfounded, bro. I am dumbfounded. I say, bro, Luke ain't what? You say
Luke
Luke who?
First ballot.
He ain't what? I say, man, y'all playing, bro.
Thought that was tough.
That hurt me. Hey, look, they say, yo, you can't call it a snub unless you're going to take somebody off the list. I said, well, who you want me to take off first? You want me to go with Eric Allen? Shout out to Eric, but hey, Kook, I can't kick it over him. When we start with Jared Allen, I love Mr. Lasso. You know that's my guy. Buck Buchanan award winner like the boy, but hey, bro, this cake we talking about, bro. So how you want to do this? How you want to do this? You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro.
I thought Luke should have got it.
That hurt me, bro. Hey, bro, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro.
Luke should have got it.
I'm with you, bro.
I was like, I kind of went back and was like, maybe he wasn't nominated.
We say, yo, maybe I got the nomination off.
Like,
I got the nomination wrong.
I'm like, maybe he didn't get nominated.
He say, yo, I had to have messed this up.
And Lamar left with nothing.
Hey, yo, don't do that now. Hold on. Don't you try that now. I see how you try to do that.
They had to give nothing.
What was he supposed to land with? What you want the money at?
What was
going to listen? So Saquon got Offensive Player of the Year. Was he supposed to get Offensive Player of the Year over Saquon Barkley?
They might should have bumped that and somehow gave Saquon the comeback player of the year somehow. Because they found a way to get Joe Burrow.
You see, Joe got an award. Joe was going to get
Burrow
something.
Got up like he didn't like it. If you seen,
he was pissed. He was annoyed. He's like, bro, this is the second time I've been nominated for this award. I don't want this award, but like I'll accept it.
Had like I didn't really come here for that.
Yeah, he definitely had that. Like, yo, this is staying. Like, what y'all playing with for? Yeah. But you couldn't get Lamar Offensive Player of the Year over Saquon, bro. You couldn't do that. Saquon. It's Saquon.
I just don't see how.
It's Saquon.
But I just think Lamar got to lead there with something.
He did. He left there with a lot of pat on the backs, data boys. Hey, man, you got robbed. That's what you listen. Whenever you lose, say you got robbed, bro. You got robbed, bro. You just got robbed. That's it.
Josh Allen for MVP.
Hey, look, man. Why you trying to rush this MVP, bro? We're going to get to the MVP. We ain't even worried about that just yet. Let me holler about Pat Surtain the second, though, bro. Okay. He beat out our guy, TJ Watt, man. How'd you feel about that, bro?
Okay.
He beat out our guy. He beat out Zach Bond. He beat out Trey Hendrickson. He beat out Myles Garrett. He whipped up on everybody, bro. How this happened, man? What was going on? You felt good about that one?
I thought Surtain he had a good year, you know.
I mean, since when does good year get you that?
But he's the lockdown corner of the league.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he's the lockdown corner, and like they don't really give it to corners. Well, they said he's the second corner to ever win it.
Yeah, Gilmore's the other guy.
They don't give that. They don't give that.
Hey, look, and Gilmore won it when they hit him with he had more touchdowns scored than the guys that was playing against him scoring on him. And that was like the loud stat for that dude. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like you typically don't see that at all.
They just don't give it to corners, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't think was TJ like in the running like that?
He was a finalist. He was a finalist.
But I heard I think he finished last of the finals.
There is a listen. You could have read that right. I did the thing that you do as a journalist when you don't want to have to come up here and lie. I just didn't read the article. I was like, you know what? If I don't read it, I don't have the answer. All right, and then I don't gotta say I lied. All right, so I didn't read it. I saw where the numbers were going, and I just stopped.
Like it was like a runaway.
Yeah.
If I remember right, like so it was like a runaway.
I saw where the numbers were going. I was like, just cut it off. Just if you don't look past this name, you have plausible deniability. So I went with that approach, bro. So nope, I don't know what happened. I don't know where he finished. I just know he was a finalist. All right.
I mean, I don't think it was a year of just domination by anybody on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I think TJ's LeBron effect. He can always win it. I think Myles Garrett can always win it.
Yeah.
You know, I think from there it's like that the DN on Cincinnati, he was pretty good.
Hendrickson, yeah.
I know he was in there.
Mm-hmm.
He had a shot. I thought he had a pretty good year. Mm-hmm. But it's like it was nobody that just
ran away with it. It was super loud. Yeah.
To the point where it's like, yeah, that's their 10.
Yeah. And he had the pick six at the end of the year, man.
They obviously, went to the playoffs.
Young quarterback. He was a big part of it defensively. Yeah.
Put him in there.
It is crazy, though, bro. It is just crazy when you think you're like, bro, this the same. He was a part of that same Broncos defense that a year ago had 70 put on them boys. Mm-hmm. And now a year later, that boy a depoy, bro. Hey, it's like that sometimes, bro. It's like
they went to the playoffs.
It's like that sometimes, bro. I'm saying, bro, it was like a year ago, bro. 70 of the boys, just a year ago. It's craziness.
They went to the playoffs.
Hey, it's real. It's real. It's real, man. You know? It's real. Let's see. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Shout out to Jared Verse. He was good with that one. That felt good, right? He was good on that one. It was good.
I thought the corner had a shot in that one.
Which one, Mitchell or
Mitchell?
Okay, yeah,
Mitchell.
Yeah,
I thought he had a shot. I think
because they had Mitchell and DeJean. Both of them boys was finalists over there.
Yeah.
And then
Jared Verse, like he's like the next of LA. You know, they brought the two Florida State boys in there. He was pretty loud.
Because Fisk was a finalist too. He was a finalist. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they had multiple dudes. But yeah, I thought Verse, man, I like the pass rusher, man. He did what he's supposed to do. I know he got loud.
But he didn't go crazy.
He did enough though. Bro, his numbers was very similar to Chase Young's when Chase Young won the Rookie of the Year. Chase Young had like 7 sacks. He's like 7.5 sacks, bro. Yeah.
He had 4 sacks.
I thought he had like 6. I thought he had 6. I thought I seen.
No, I think he had 4.
I know it was a low number. I definitely know it was a low number, bro.
6 tackles and 4.5.
Yeah, I knew it was a low number, bro. Yeah.
Like he did all right. I just thought Mitchell was loud. I thought he was on a good defense. I thought that defense was so loud.
Yeah.
It was the one seed per se. Like everything about them, like just I thought that was it. And it came out obviously before the Super Bowl.
Correct.
But it just
I was gonna say, did you like that over DeJean? Now, granted, we obviously know playoffs had no impact on the voting, but how did you feel about DeJean? Because he also had a heck of a season too, bro.
I thought DeJean was loud too.
Yeah, that was my thing. I'm like, yo, he made like big super plays.
Loud, but even before that,
he was making noise.
He was loud.
Yeah,
he was loud. I thought he should have probably had a shot at it.
Okay. Huh. I guess it was a couple other awards out there. I guess I'll talk to you about the important one though, huh? We'll get to the real important one. Coach of the year. You talking about Coach of the Year, bro? Kevin O'Connor. Man,
I was gonna say the comeback player of the year was a snub.
Hey, big time snub, bro.
Big time, man. There's no way he's gonna win that.
He lost twice now, bro. My man done lost twice, bro.
He's supposed to win that back to back.
He done lost it twice. I say, yo, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to say. He done lost twice. Just leave him alone. Just let my man go, bro. Yeah.
They defied the odds. He's back in there. Joe
was pissed off about it and everything. Like, hey, bro, I beat him out. No, man, don't put that evil on me, man. No.
Yeah, I didn't want this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
The coach of the year,
Kevin O'Connell. I mean, he took the
nice.
I mean, you draft the first rounder, he gets hurt for the year. You take Sam Darnold and you make this dude a $30+ million quarterback now, man.
Nice. Got
a game away from the 1 seed too. Yeah, 1 game away from the 1 seed. You think like they beat the Lions that last game of the year.
Thought it was the year of Andy Reid. Thought it probably should have went to Andy. Because that team was per se historic. Like,
but it's tough to do that when you coming off of the back-to-back. It's tough to get.
But that team was historic per se. That team had 1 loss.
I think they would have gave it to Detroit. I thought they would have gave it to Dan Campbell before they did Andy Reid, just because of with Dan, it's like the feel good story. He's all the way turned Detroit around, and Detroit was having all them injuries this year, and they were still winning.
Dude on Washington, I felt like Dan Quinn would have got it over Dan Campbell.
Okay, I can see that.
Dan Quinn flipped that.
I mean, shoot, and it was Washington. You think about, man, just 2 years ago they was changing their name, trying to figure out what their identity was. Now new ownership. And them dudes was in an NFC Championship game.
Should have had a shot at it.
Yeah.
Sean Payton.
I would agree.
Flipped that.
I would agree.
Denver flipped that.
I would agree. I would agree. With a rookie quarterback.
Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Thought Andy Reid had a historic run this year.
I appreciate the historic run of Andy Reid and what he had to do, and with the pieces around. But when you got Mahomes and you're the Chiefs and you won 2 Super Bowls in a row and you're in the middle of going for a three-peat, nobody's gonna give you that, bro. It's the LeBron effect. That's the LeBron effect. 1000% it's the LeBron effect, bro. Yeah.
But I think this year specifically, that run was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you lost 1 game.
That's nuts. That is nuts.
That's nuts.
That is nuts, bro.
That's a great year.
Yeah.
Like, you should have got it. And that wasn't just a loaded team. It wasn't like Randy Moss was the receiver.
True. But you have Mahomes. And people are gonna say when you have the best quarterback, you should look like that. You're supposed to win all the time.
The year they went.
I don't think they did though. I low-key don't think he did. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it was the same run as that.
Yeah, I would agree though. Yeah.
A historic run. Like, I think it's just the fact that they lost it when they lost it. It took all the Dolphin out. But I think it was the same type run. Like,
Trying to see. Yeah, because he did not. Or actually, let me see. He might have actually got it that year. Hold on.
Yeah, if he won it that year, then
I'm about to say, hold on. Let me double triple check this joint real quick, bro. Because I was like, I don't actually know if Bill won it that year or not. So let's find out. Okay. So yeah, he got Coach of the Year in 2010, 07, and 03. So then, what was it? 07? Was that the year?
It was in.
That's what I'm trying to see. Was that year? No. Yeah. No. That wasn't. No. Because that would have been the year where Steelers beat the Cardinals. That would have been that year for that Super Bowl. So no, I don't. Yeah. I guess he didn't win it that year then. Yeah. All right. So, hey, all things are even then. All things are even.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I like it. Well, I guess now it is time to talk about that little whole most valuable player award. Shout out to the MVPs of the world. TG. MVPs, man. Most valuable, right? Most valuable player. I like that, man, when we can separate value versus just, are you putting up numbers, right? So with that being the case, man, how you feel about the MVP award winner, man? Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. He's the 3rd Buffalo Bill in the history of the franchise to win league MVP, following none other than RIP to the Juice Man. I'm talking O.J. Simpson and Thurman Thomas.
Wow.
Whew. Them some guys, some gold jacket guys right there. Gold jacket guys. But yes. So tell me, how'd you feel seeing old Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills?
I thought it was nice, though. I thought he had a great year. He balled.
Yeah.
He went crazy. Like, he did everything he was supposed to do.
Hold on. You broke up a little bit. You say he did what?
I thought he went crazy. Like, he balled this year.
Hold on. I don't know why you keep breaking up. Say it again one more time.
Yeah, he balled. He played really well.
I just want to make sure. I just like how you say it, bro. I like what you said. You feel me? I like what you said.
He balled. I thought Lamar went crazy too. I thought Lamar should have won it. I think Lamar.
Whoa! Why you gotta go there? That's crazy. Why you gotta go there?
I thought Lamar
Can't
went
you
crazy.
just say he went crazy, and everybody went crazy together?
Crazy.
Just leave it at they both went crazy. Everybody went crazy. You was crazy. I was crazy. We was all just a bunch of crazy when we were there. Just cycle. La la la.
I truly felt like it was Lamar I felt like Lamar got the last one, so let's give it to Josh.
Oh, don't you
I
give
felt
me?
like that.
It was charitable. Is that what it was
I
charitable?
didn't feel like it was
Oh
charitable because I feel like Josh went crazy.
no! They both
I
went
felt like Josh went
crazy.
crazy.
Did they not? I feel like they both went
He went
crazy.
crazy. I
They
just
both
felt
went
like the
crazy.
nod was all right. I felt like it was so even that it's like, all right, we gave them the last one.
Uh
Here.
huh.
Go ahead, shoot.
Do you think just like your rosters played into it at all? Because if both people are going crazy, you just a
You
little
feel
bit
like
like
Lamar on paper had a better team
I mean,
on paper.
technically on paper, but also the end of year accolades would also reflect that. Yeah, y'all have more Pro Bowls, yeah, and y'all have more All Pros, yeah.
But didn't they give Lamar? They gave Lamar the first team
Yeah, he got first team AP, yeah,
All Pro quarterback.
yeah. Because they
So
said
they
this was the
said
first
he's the
time in
best
the
quarterback.
history where the first team AP quarterback was not the MVP, knowing that they vote on the same thing. But we're hearing more and more reports from some of the people that voted, not everybody, obviously, but some of the people, they did give their reasoning as to why they voted Lamar as AP first team QB1, but Josh as MVP. And putting emphasis on the value, the most valuable versus the best quarterback. They're like, yo, statistically, yeah, this is the best QB this year. But we feel like this guy had more value in terms of everything he was doing. And that's why they gave him the award. I like it because I felt like last year, this is how Lamar was able to take it by the head. You know what I mean? And just own that MVP. He wasn't the most statistically appealing. In fact, some say it was one of the worst statistical MVPs ever. But that's not the focus. No. You look at how surgical he was. Offense perfect. Low turnovers, scoring points, 1 seed, all this other good stuff. And essentially that's what Josh Allen did this year. It was like, man, you became a surgeon. You were dominant, blowing teams out, set out. I think it was like they did the math. It was like equivalent of like 8 quarters of football he missed just, because the blowout's not playing the 4th quarter. So I was like, all right. But, he also had the 2 seed, so it just felt a little different. That's all. So that's kind of how I looked at it. But I don't think it was close, though. I don't really think it was close, though. I think they did it right. Yeah, I don't think it was close.
I'm okay with that.
I don't think it was close.
I'm okay with that. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think if your roster is that loaded, bro, like, we happy that you're a finalist. But you got a loaded roster. I would like to have seen. I would like to have seen Josh with some of the weapons. That's all. I just want to have some of the weapons. That's it, man.
Again, it just simply was. I believe. We've won the last 2.
Hey, look, TG, if you like the Ravens, just say you like the Ravens. Dang, bro. I don't even know why you trying to play that. If you like the Ravens, just say you like the Ravens, man. Dang. All right.
AFC North guy. Definitely AFC North guy.
Hey, go on, man. All right. That's why I was glad. I was glad that the Ravens lost. All right. I was glad that Lamar lost. I hope he lose every MVP going forward. All right. Just because he played for the Ravens. Now what? Yeah. Are you a true Steeler? Huh? How you rooting for a rat bird? I want them to lose everything. Yeah. I ain't no Bills fan. I just want to see them lose. I just want to see the Ravens lose. So that's why I was rooting for Josh so hard. Yeah,
the Chiefs losing yesterday. Like,
yeah,
took pleasure in that.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Shout out to B Hunt. Man.
Shout out to B Hunt, man. Super Bowl champ, man. Shout out, black and gold, man. If you know, you know. Big facts.
All right. If you know, you know.
Big facts, man. Not a lot of people get a chance to get to that game, let alone win it, man. So whenever you see one of them dudes, man, you got to show them love. For certain, man. All righty. Dude, I like where we at with this thing, man. Sheesh, I like where we are at. All right. I'm going to get the first one today with you, all right? And then we're going to table these other 2 topics for when we call back and talk on Wednesday. Sound good?
With you.
All right. So first off, let's talk. All right. We got to talk about it. The report came out, I believe it was Friday. Yeah, Friday, late Thursday, early Friday morning. Jay Glazer, oh man, doing his media runs. Hey now.
man.
Hey, who's your quarterback, man? What you think the Steelers are gonna do? Well, I've been texting Coach Tomlin. That's my guy. Shout out to that. And he says, "Oh man, you think Russ gonna be back? No, absolutely not. No, I don't see it. Nope. What about Justin Fields? I don't see it, but we'll see. But Russ definitely no. Where we at, bro? I say, bro, you making it sound like I said, Jay. Now, wait a minute. No, Mr. Rooney said that both of these dudes was priorities. I ain't seen Shefty ain't said yet.
Shefty ain't gave us that yet.
The last thing we seen, Mr. Rudy had said just 2 weeks ago, Fields and Russ, I want one or the other. I'm good with either one. I don't think both come back, but I want one or the other. They are priorities. Jay Glazer making it sound like Russ is done and Fields it ain't looking likely either. And I was just like,
I just want Shefty to tell me, man.
I'm with you, but the problem is Jay Glazer. But Glazer is Coach T's man. That's his man. Like, I'm an ESPN guy too.
Till it comes across the ticker. I'm not really a source guy.
I'm with you. I have, but that's
more like I wanted to come across the ticker,
bro. But the Jay Glazer thing pop up, and all of a sudden NFL.com hits with the insider says. ESPN won't put it, but NFL will say insider says. I'm like, hold on now, bro. Y'all playing over here, man.
I just need a little more detail.
I default to Shefty. When I see Shefty stamped, or I see like ESPN stamped, or something like that, that's like, I bet. I was a little bit skeptical, but not everybody feels that way, and some people are looking to believe. Some people are looking for it. You know what I mean? And
some people watch ABC, some people watch Fox.
Facts. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm just waiting on Shefty. Shefty got to give me the news, man. I believe though. I'm not discrediting. I just needed to come from there a little bit.
They said DK. They brought up DK as well, man. Shout out to Mike Hood in the building, man. Showing love in the chat situation, man. But he says DK, DK, man. He be covering this. He said it as well. So just depending on how you feel about those sources, man. I'm with you though, bro.
DK will go with Russ though. They'll try to find a way to get back to Russ. They'll go to Vegas on you though.
Yeah.
Go back with Pete.
But but once again, Jay Glazer said that's not even an option. He said he don't see them boys even being remotely close to coming back together. So I was like, but the way Jay was talking, he had such conviction. I'm like, Jay, bro, what you know? Like,
what do you know?
Jay, he said he was texting Coach Tomlin, and that's the thing. It was like he started it off by prefacing it by saying, yo, I was texting Coach Tomlin. So it's like, well, hold on now. Coach Tomlin say he went lone wolf when he made the Russ move. So
I told you where I'm at. I think letting Russ go is the proper move.
Yeah. I mean, I know you feel like, I would say, I know you feel like that. This kind of where we differ a little bit. I don't all the way agree with it. I can see it though. I could for certain see the why you would want to go Fields. I feel like I'm still hanging on. I'm like, I seen enough that I think a piece with it, I can get it right. But I don't know either. You know what I'm saying?
I think left Fields right, man.
Yeah.
Just go ahead. You just let Fields go ahead and get to it.
Yeah.
Let him take over right now. Get the whole off season. Bring the guys together, go throw somewhere. Just the whole energy.
I like that, but this where we always differ here, TG. We always differ here. You're pro Anthony Richardson. You're pro Joe Milton. You pro letting them dudes figure it out. I'll be over here like, bro, I can't stomach it, man. Absolutely, I can't, man. No. Why you want to just let them figure it out, man? Why?
I want to do
like, no, man, no.
Left field shake, man. No. Like it's your offense now, The senior graduated.
My man say sink and swim, bro. We gonna figure it out. No, man, no. Let him red shirt, man.
He had his red shirt.
Hey, man,
used him like a red shirt.
No, man, that wasn't enough for a red shirt, bro. That wasn't enough for a red shirt,
like,
man.
You gonna get to throw it completely,
man. Come on, bro. I want you to say one more time. Just do one more game. Just one more time. All right, just one more time.
So, Fields and company. Let's get to it.
You way faster than just jump off, bro. You way faster.
Get a receiver.
I would agree. I think but why can't we do that with Russ though? That's all I'm saying.
Man, give Fields a young receiver and let's get to
Man.
it. And let's attack this thing. Let's get to it.
I like it. I like it. All right. But you still.
But I'm waiting.
But you.
I need Sheffy.
You
to
waiting on
report
Sheffy?
that. Like
Okay.
Sheffy reported the Debo trade,
He did. He definitely did.
and I know we'll talk, bro. It's like I need Sheffy to tell me. Like Sheffy got to tell me these
I
things,
agree.
you know?
When Shefty say it hit different because
it's
like we know,
solid.
he getting it from the owners, bro. He getting it from them check writers.
Man, he back
I just
there,
like
too.
that source a little bit different. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be interesting though, bro. It's definitely gonna be interesting. And
It's crazy, yo.
I still don't think there is necessarily a wrong way to go about this decision, right? Where we're talking Russ and Fields. I do think that, yes, if we're talking about what's more optimal in terms of this is 100% efficiency versus this is 90% efficiency, yeah, we can get into that. But I think as a whole, we're still going to be fine regardless of which way we go. I just think one, we have more long-term questions, whereas the other, I think, is more of the short-term questions. With Russ, who is your long-term answer? He's not that guy, but he could get you another year, 2 tops. With Fields, you got your short-term answer, but is he going to develop and be that long-term guy for the next 10 that we're hoping he could be? I just think it just depends on which risk you're willing to stomach a little bit more. And obviously, we see that a little bit different, but that's the part where I'm just like, I don't feel like we're in a bad spot either compared to where we were, I guess, in years past, so to say.
I'm with you.
But like I said, man, we'll see. So shout out to Jay Glazer though, man. Shout out to Jay. My man said I'm an ESPN guy, bro. I need ESPN sources.
I'm an ESPN guy. I need the sources to come from the source, But I don't know, like just in wherever. I think Fields is the guy.
Yeah.
Like, and I know, like you said, it's
he's
no wrong
capable though. He's super capable.
I think there is a wrong decision.
Okay,
I think if you go back with both of them, that's a wrong decision. I don't think you can bring them both back.
I agree. I would agree. I don't think both come back.
I don't even think you have the ability to bring them both back.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I don't see how that even, like, how does that conversation even happen? Like, once I sign you and I go to talk to you and you say, hey, bro, I heard he just signed. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I think that,
what are we talking
that was
about?
cool for a year.
Yeah.
It's over. Oh, I just think Fields is the guy though.
Yeah.
I think he's younger, like I keep saying, like he's younger, he's hip in a sense. He
has everything that you want. Yeah.
Everything that Russ gives you, personally, I think Fields gives you in a younger fashion.
Yeah.
Even the ability to win.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just got to trace it back. Like, so
big facts.
I think he did everything he needed to do to win the job. I don't know how he acted in the building, but he didn't seem like it was no controversy.
Low key, which was I'm not surprised by, but it's kind of surprising when you like, man, you just never know with some of these young dudes, bro. Yeah. Like he ain't had no bad energy, bro. Yeah.
He kept his energy calm. He stayed ready. I think it's his job.
Even took the little role at the end of the season when they were like, come in here and, do the QB run stuff at the end of the games. Like you see him come out there, man, and still passion, look enthused, look like he was a part of the game, man. So he checked off a lot of boxes positively, bro.
He stayed ready.
Yeah, big facts.
I think the fact of him staying ready is it's his job.
Yeah. He was a professional and not a pro. Shout out to professionals out there, man. Shout out to the professionals out there, man. I like it. Alrighty. Well, I was about to say, bro, because it is at that 10-piece spot. So I'm going to let you get up out of here. I know you busy. You got to work, man. You got to get them boys right. And it's time to get it. You know what I'm saying? You're building your championship program right now. So you already know what time it is. But, man, we're going to spin the block, man. I hit you on Wednesday, man. Same time, same place.
Same time, same place.
Man, let's get it. Y'all already know what it is there. Appreciate you as always, broski. Peace. Shout out to the homie TG. If y'all was enjoying the convo with the homie, hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. My dog TG taking a little time away as he is preparing that championship unit down there at Norfolk State University. Behold the green and the gold. Down there with Mike Vick, head coach. Alrighty. Let's see. We got some supers that are in here. Let's tap into those on the back end of this thing. And hopefully y'all are enjoying it. Like I said, man, the late night vibe, you know how we do, man. Like the vibe out like that when we always having fun on the late night. Oh, and David Decker said one of his teammates was in the chat. Man, shout out to hollering at your teammates, man. Shout out to hollering at your boys, all right? Me and the homie TG, man, we've been knowing each other, since 2014? Man, lock of mates. Now we done went from competing with each other, competing against each other, getting after it together, and now we still doing that thing, man. Shoot, 10 plus years later, man. Shout out to the homie right there, man. Shout out to the homie. And yes, Hannibal, go NSU Spartans. Yes, indeed. Alrighty, tons of fun. It says Nick Sirianni is better than Mike T, though they both only have one Super Bowl team. He didn't need Peterson's team to get it done, but at least we 10-7. I mean, I can understand your perspective. Tons of fun. You know, I don't share it, but I can definitely understand it. And sometimes, man, the feelings that you might be feeling, yeah, they could be valid. And I'm sure for some people, they will have a similar, perspective. But for me, that, from my eyes, that seems a little bit more just, you're in the moment. Whenever we're in the moment, it's easy to make those, oh, man, that's the greatest coach ever. That coach is better than that guy. And it's like, I mean, it sounds good, but we'll see where Sirianni is after, 17, 18 years being at the same spot, man. So that's how I look at it, baby. But I do like Sirianni, though, man. And shout out to Sirianni, too, because just like Coach T, he was under some adversity. He was under some fire at some point this season, some point the past season as well. And if Philly's ownership would have listened to that fan base, Ohio State, yeah, similar. Oof. If Ohio State would have listened to that fan base and got rid of their coach, So, I mean, you just never know. You never know. But I do like what you all know. Tons of fun. So shout out to you, baby. Shout out to you. Nick Donagang, 2-3. Shout out to Nick Donagang, 2-3. Says fumble was on Russ. Check the stat sheet. 22 hated. Hey, shout out. Let's go. I like it, baby. Barilla 92. He says, should we go to a 4-3? We never run base defense now. I mean, we really run a 4-3. I mean, we just do it out of nickel. Most teams are operating out of nickel. It's not necessarily a 3-4 versus 4-3 concept. It's more so matching up with the way these offenses are implementing wide receivers. Putting that third guy out there, trying to find that speed on your linebacker. We're trying to figure out how to offset that. So you play nickel, but the flip side is when you're in nickel, teams want to run the ball against you, and you got to have a guy that could stand up like a big dog and make them plays, or your super vanilla play zone concept, stay in base defense, but your D-line has to be son of a guns, and they have to whoop butt, consistently make that ball come out when it's supposed to come out. So it's either one or the other with that approach. But yeah, going to a 4-3 versus a 3-4, if anything, trying to do that at this stage is going to take about 2 to 3 years to fully transition your roster defensively to get 4-3 personnel in here. And honestly, you're going to see the same amount of 4-3 base defense you're going to run. It's still not going to be more than how much we're going to predominantly be in that nickel look, because you're still not going to want to have that linebacker, which is a Will or a Sam linebacker, having to cover some of these exotic tight ends, or when they're putting wide receivers or speed players into that number 3 or slot area on offense. So that's the only thing, like I said, man, in terms of why you don't hear me spend a ton of time 3-4 versus 4-3, because I think at this stage, so many teams, specifically on defense, you're in nickel 70-80% of the time. Some teams be more than that. If you got a nickel that is good enough to play against the run, problem is trying to find that guy. That's why a Cam Sutton, a Beanie Bishop, a Mike Hilton, right? Let me think. Up in Buffalo, the All-Pro was Terrence Johnson, right? All the different dudes that play that position at a high level. It's like, man, that's not easy to do, because you're trying to find a dude that can play the run, but also is athletic enough to cover. And that's essentially a unicorn. So let me say, that's, like I said, how I look at it, man. But in terms of our personnel, though, Beanie Bishop, Cam Sutton, those are our guys right now. In terms of that nickel that would be the pseudo third or the 3 part of that 4-3, that's who that is in our defense. But yeah, if we were going to switch to a 4-4-3, now we talking about TJ Watt maybe having to stand and play Sam linebacker, Highsmith saying it's like, nah, I don't want to do that, man. Keep them dudes down there, man, rushing the passer. And at least, in terms of the 3-4, the outside linebacker element, it's just a little bit more of a natural vibe for those dudes versus if you go to a 4-3, they're too small to play DN full time. So you would, like I said, put them at off ball. So that's the only thing with that, though, man. But I do like your approach, though, Barilla. Shout out to you on that, man. Tons of Fun says, oh, yeah, sorry with how many times they tried, they don't succeed. So it makes more sense blaming one coach than the many players they went through. I'm confused, but I could dig it, though. Shout out to you, though, Tons of Fun. Shout out to you, man. I like it. And you also gifted an upper room membership. So I like the way that you vibing out tonight, man. And welcome to whoever that individual was. The room, yes indeed, yes indeed. Yeah, all righty. AJ Martinez, he says, Dan Marino, nah. Lamar Jackson, nah. Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts will pass. Laugh it out loud, no pun intended. But yeah, lots of O-pun. What we trying to do over the last 10 years. Yeah, we're going to find us a quarterback, AJ. When we find us a quarterback, that's going to make a lot of this stuff look a lot better. And it'll help our defense out as well, man. So, got to find a quarterback, though. Everybody knows that, man. That is tried and true. Jalen Hurts, you see what he played like, man? Y'all heard how me and TG were talking? Yeah. The Chiefs took the same approach that we took. Stop the run. Let your corners play one-on-one on the outside. And make Jalen Hurts play like a big dog. And Hurts played like a big dog. He definitely did that. Hence the reason why he's a Super Bowl MVP now. So, I don't hate the approach. You picking your poison. Because we know what Saquon going to do. I think if you choosing between Saquon versus Hurts, you much rather roll that dice with Hurts. Saquon, we know what that is, man. So, I think that's the part of it, but that's why they're a Super Bowl champ, man. That's a tough team to deal with, and you heard even how we talked about them, or at least how I talked about that same Eagles team when we played them, with 5 games left in the regular season. It's like, yo, they were playing extremely well on both sides of the ball, man. They got the bounce to go their way, and it's like, man, when you're talking about a team that's clicking and the quarterback is playing the way he's playing, it's just tough to deal with a team like that, man. And shout out to Tons of Fun showing love tonight in the building. Shout out to you, baby, from the heart. He says, while you are comparing Eagles to Steelers, how about when they fired a head coach 2 to 3 years after winning a Super Bowl just to win another in 4 to 5 years? And I do like that approach in this scenario because it worked. Whenever it works, we love to highlight that. I would just ask you to also go back and do your research on how many times that same situation or something similar where you fire a coach who obviously did not win the Super Bowl because obviously we didn't win one, but see how quickly that turnaround into winning another Super Bowl is as well, and then come back. It's not going to be as concrete as these one-off scenarios would make you kind of feel is the norm. This is more of an outlier than it is a norm. All right. The same way Coach T is more of an outlier than he is a norm. And that's been proven. But the Steelers, in the way that they win and the way that they take their approach, is also more of an outlier. But I would also say, did you see, let's see, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. Yeah. Them high pedigree dudes. Let me think what's they had out there. Obviously Saquon Barkley, that helps a ton. That definitely helps out a ton. He wasn't there before. That helps a major lot. Zach Bond showing about the blue and playing like a defense player of the year. That might help. You heard of this Cooper DeJeet and the Queen I mentioned. You see me, it's all your rookies hit. Yeah. And then you got, let's see, $100 million receiver in AJ Brown, and then a $70 million receiver in Devonta Smith. But hey, it was just as simple as firing the head coach. I got it, baby. Simple as firing the head coach. All right. Broderick Pickett. Jesus. Hey, who do you want to be QB1 and 2? Also, who do we go after for wide receiver and free agency? First, second, and third choice. So good call, man. I think it's layers to the QB situation, man. Like I said, when I was talking to TG, and which you've heard me say all offseason, I honestly do not have a strong preference, Russ versus Fields. I lean Russ because of the proven what I've seen, but I don't see a long-term future in it. With Fields, I'm excited about what I've seen in terms of the potential, but I am very skeptical about the overall development of it. So with that, I am literally open to either one. Either one. I don't have a hard stance on either one of them. Honestly, I don't. I'm trying to hopefully get influenced one way or the other. I go back and watch the tape and I'm like, both dudes do things that I like. Both dudes also do things that I don't like. Both dudes got things that make me feel, okay, I can talk myself into this. I can believe this. And both of them got the same thing that I'm just like, bro, I've lied to myself. I don't need to lie to myself. I don't want to lie to myself no more, bro. I know what this is. I've seen this before. I know what this is. I've seen this before. So that's kind of why I'm stuck like that, man. But I do prefer one of the two. I don't care which one. Just give me one of the two. Just give me one of the two. If it's Russ, cool. Then I'm +1 because I slightly prefer him. But outside of that, I just want it to be one of them two versus the draft. And when I mean the draft is this. I don't want to come into, the draft and we're looking at the roster saying Skylar Thompson's our only quarterback because Russ and Fields have left. And now we're forced to be drafting who our QB1 is going to be. I don't want to do that. I would much rather have either Fields or Russ. Like I said, I do not care which one. I would much rather have one of them two, though, versus just showing up with one of these rookies that we're more than likely going to be targeting at the stage where we're drafting at. I'm not looking forward to that. But I will say, if not that, I might start looking at that trade market and just getting aggressive. I'm open to that. Like, I don't necessarily care about the free agents to the same extent because I don't think that they're the best. But in terms of the trade, I would be looking at that. And I know that gets a little pricey when you're talking quarterbacks, but I would be weighing that market. I'll be looking at that a little bit more personally. And then from a wide receiver standpoint, T. Higgins is the number one guy that I want. If not T, I'm intrigued by the Cooper Kupp talk in terms of potentially trading for a guy like him, just because when he's healthy, we know the production is there, but we do obviously know health is an issue. If not neither one of those dudes, man, I'm drafting something in the first. All right. And a Mecca Buka, a Luther Burden, Elika, Ayamanor, like somebody. I need somebody that's going to be around that, back end of the first. And I got to go get it. That's kind of how I look at it, man. All right. But I like it. I like that, though. Shout out to Tons of Fun. He says, it's crazy, but I do like Mike T. But you can't not change and use standard or seeking comfort as an excuse. Here we go. Here we go. ... Hopefully. And I can definitely understand it, man. At times, if you're not getting what you expect to be receiving, it is very easy to look and hear the words that he says and how he conducts himself and be turned off by it. And that's why I don't fault you when you have the passion and it is frustration and you're like, oh man, using the standard or seeking comfort. Those are trigger words for people that don't get what they feel they should. But inside that room, man, when you're talking about in that workplace, that NFL status, man, yeah, it's not anything foolish. It's just the truth of it. And not everybody accepts that. And that's the other part of it. It's like, just because it is the truth, just because it is the answer, doesn't mean you have to accept it, doesn't mean you have to like it. And I think a lot of times that is where some disconnect happens. Y'all think I'm like defending or like trying to put the shield up, but it's like, no, I'm just telling you what the facts are. I'm not trying to persuade you one way or the other. I'm just like, from my perspective, this is what it is. This is how I see it. But that don't mean that that's, the gospel. No. I ain't saying that either. But I do feel like the track record does reflect that. Yeah, a lot of times what I'm saying, it is accurate. So I get what you mean, though. I could definitely understand the frustration, though, 1,000%, man. Definitely can. But shout out to you, though, also gifting the Upper Room membership. So, tons of fun. Salute you, baby. Salute you. And to that individual, welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. A couple more supers are in here. Then after that, man, we'll be wrapping this thing up on a late night. Like I said, man, we got to keep these primetime shows going. Got to keep having fun, man. West Coast, East Coast, and all around the world. The content is coming. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man, the way that y'all do. Caleb Daniels. He says, favorite forgotten announcer ever. Mine's Sam Rosen, but he hasn't called a game since 2014, sadly. Dude, your favorite forgotten announcer ever? Jeez, all my announcers that I like are still like up and active. I think the one dude I missed the most was John Madden. That's just, because it's Madden. But if I had to go, I'll say announcer that I'm liking that I don't hear a lot of because we usually don't have his games. I like Jonathan Vilma. How about him? All right, I like Jonathan Vilma. Couple reasons. Number one, I remember Vilma when he was in college, man. I think, cooking folk, killing folk. Then you talk about Vilma in the league with the Saints. I'm like, yo, cooking folk, killing folk. And then when he be doing his commentary, I'm like, hey, bro, he be talking that talk, bro. He talk like a linebacker. I like it. So I'll go with him, all right? I ain't saying that he's the, the forgotten announcer, but he's the one that I don't feel like it's talked about on a high level, but I kind of like when I hear his games. I'm like, all right, hey, shout out to you, Vilma. I hear you over there, Vilma. Mm-hmm. And then we got the homie, let's see, Justin Gordon. Shout out to Justin Gordon. He says, let's not get it twisted. The Eagles learned from us leading the NFL in sacks 5 years in a row. That is big facts. We the sack daddies. Y'all know that. We was doing that, the Blitzburg, all of that, leading the league in sacks. Like that's, we do that. He says, they just have the younger version of Hargraves, Stephon Tuitt, TJ Watt, and Cam Hayward. Whew. Shout out to Justin Gordon, boy. You out here preaching tonight, Justin. Let the church say amen. I see you, Justin. Hargrave, I forgot Wob. Shout out to Wob. He too pricey right now. We can't get him back. He way too pricey. Shout out to Wob. Tuitt. Do it to it. Come on, man. Y'all know what that was. Mm-hmm. TJ and Killer Cam. Yeah. And when you think about the Josh Sweat, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Yeah. I can see that. I could definitely see that. Okay. We'll get it back, though. Because, right now we do got the older models. TJ Cam, obviously a little bit older. Man, Mike Hood brought up Tyson Alu. We had him that final year, but I was going to say the year before that, I think we were running with Big Dan. I think it was Big Dan McCullers, because Steve McClendon had already left after 15 was when he hit it to the Jets. So yeah. Sheesh, it's been a minute. But that's also why on the flip side, I'm over here like, hey, bro, we could take a D lineman in the first round too. All right. Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham. We got some options. Talik Williams, some options out there. There's definitely some options. All right. But yeah, man, Justin Gordon is right. We for certain had that model already in place. But when you think about it, Tuitt, obviously, stepping away and retiring when he did, that was unexpected. You talk about Hargrave getting paid, hitting it, that hurts. So you try to replace those dudes. Larry Ogunjobi plays well, but obviously there's still some more to be desired when you're comparing him to a Stephon Tuitt. We obviously know with guys like DeMarvin Leal, Isaiah Loudermilk, you still want a little bit more from those dudes. And Keanu Benton, like I said, he was just young and he was a little bit up and down, that second year removed and stuff like that. So we are trying. But like Tons of Fun said, though, man, just because you try, if the results aren't there, it doesn't change it. It still means that you're coming up less than. It still means that, hey, we are not meeting the quota. We're not getting to that standard. And that's the big reason why it's so loud right now, right? In terms of evaluations, criticisms, who you want to bring in, fire, etc. And all of those feelings are valid. When the product is what it is, man, and the results are what the results are, anybody that's been in that profession will tell you firsthand, bro, that's what it is. It is highly competitive. There's a ton of turnover because it is one of those things where we don't have a lot of time to wait. It's too much money involved. There's too much pressure involved. It's too much. I got to win, and I got to win now to allow, crazy long periods of time to go where you're not successful. But the flip side is you don't just make crazy, big changes if you don't feel confident about the direction that you're going to be going to when you pivot from this main thing. Otherwise, it's like you're just constantly spinning your tires and you're never, making any type of progress. And we've seen that with other organizations. We laugh about Cleveland all the time because we feel like that's what they do. Man, every couple of years they make a big change. Quarterback, head coach, GM. It's like, yo, what y'all got going on over there, man? And to me, That's one of the differences. Yeah, I've seen how I felt when I was up in other places where we had a lot of turnover like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So that's that though, man. But let's see. Before I get up out of here, I think we did catch up on all the super. Shout out to y'all tonight, man. Shout out to y'all, man. And I see y'all still rocking that, man, showing out even in the off season. I was a little bit concerned. I said, man, no Super Bowl done now. I was laying up in the crib. I'm like, dang, another season in the books. Another year that we done strengthened it up. Made it to an off season. Salute to y'all, man. Team effort, right? Salute to the team, man. Salute to the team. Obviously, man, we know we lost a member. Shout out to the homie Deke, But between David, TG, Dom, Tyler, man, the gang, man, we stepped up this year, man. And I like the fact that y'all keep rocking with the channel. The channel definitely a year older. Brandon Griffin, we getting up there. We're getting up there, fellas. Yeah. And we're also tapping into new, what they call it, new frontiers, right? New adventures and all that other good stuff, man. But with that being the case, like you said, we're going to keep the content rolling all season, man. 3 loves per week. Got to keep that popping off, man. You are going to start seeing more solo or not solo vids, but more one-off content with, like I said, some of the other dudes on the squad, man. Dom, obviously the work squad, not the squad. You know what I'm saying? Dom and Tyler, though, man. All right, we'll get some more of that. And of course, we're going to keep them phone lines percolating open, man. All right. It was a little push back tonight, but he said, and that's always Thursday. All right, always on Thursday, but even during the middle of the week too, man, we're gonna start opening that up a little bit more as well. But like I said, man, definitely appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show tonight. If you did, hit the like button one final time and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, you already know, man. Until next time, baby. Peace.